highlights from the 2023 high school baseball and softball season on KADR.
1-1 is the count to Scharf, and she lifts a high fly ball. This is to deep left field. If it stays fair, it's gone, and it is a fair ball and a home run. Ashlyn Scharf goes yard, a 2-run shot, and the Warriors lead 3-0 here in the top of the first. And delivers the 0-2 pitch to Deitmeyer, lifts a high fly ball. This is to deep left field, hits the top of the fence, and is caught at the bottom of the fence there by Scharf. It's a double. It stays in the park. Deitmeyer goes to second. It's a stand-up double. Scoring is Sodawasser, and the game now tied at 4. 1-1 pitch to Mosier, lifts a high fly ball. This is to deep left field, and it is gone as it one-hops and hits the mobile studio. In one swing of the bat, Taylor Mosier hits the third home run for the Warriors, and they take the lead here in the top of the 7th. Helly delivers the 1-2 pitch. Curveball swinging right through it is Gordon. Helly strikes out the side to close out the one-hitter here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That gives him 12 strikeouts in the ballgame. So that brings up once again now here Ella Seek, who lines it down the left field line. It's a base hit. Scoring from third is Dean. They'll wave around 9. Nice score standing up, and the game comes to an end. North Fayette Valley ends it on the 10-run rule. A base hit and 2 RBIs. Ecclescedar's 1-2 pitch, called strike 3. Caught looking on the inside is Curtis. The 11th strikeout recorded there by Ecclescedar. And that does it for Starmont in the top of the 7th inning. Edco wins it over Starmont by a final score of 2-0. 2-2 pitch, and swinging right through it is McShane. MFL MarMac with another rally, and they win the district championship. The Bulldogs are into the sub-state final on Tuesday night. MFL MarMac scores 3 runs in the top of the 7th inning. Cranbeer shuts the door in the bottom of the 7th inning. And MFL MarMac 4, New Hampton 3. That's your final score.
Welcome to the high school baseball opener on KADR.
Let's go, baby.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Alcator on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Wilkie's in Alcator is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Alcator. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Alcator, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Baseball is brought to you in part by Bank First in West Union, helping you save time and money. Member FDIC. West Union Motor Sales and Service. Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. And Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. We begin the On Deck Show for today's game. We're joined by MFL MarMac baseball coach Paul Gordon. Coach, your team now 8-2, 4-0 in the conference. Dropped that decision to Wapsie Valley Friday night by a final score of 5-2. Tell me about that game.
Oh yeah, it was a tough. Wapsie Valley, they had a really good team, coached well. We took a 2-1 lead into the sixth and just couldn't hold on.
All right, let's talk a little bit about this point of the season. Who are some of the guys contributing for you offensively?
Really up and down the lineup, everyone's been contributing. We got 6 guys in the starting lineup batting over 320, all of them with over a 400 on base percentage. It's nice to get Carver back. He's hitting 483. He's leading the team with doubles, with 6, and he's got 11 RBIs. Elias Hatz really picked it up this year. He's hitting 500 with a 650 on base percentage. The top of the lineup's struggling a little bit, but combined they have with Parker Keel and Jacob Shellhorn, they got combined 24 walks. Their batting average isn't the greatest, but Jacob's knocked in nine runs. He's really doing a good job putting the ball in play. He's got some sac flies, a couple bunts, and just doing a really good job. His batting average will come around. He's hitting it right at people.
Yeah, so certainly a lot of guys contributing for you. I know the strength of this team is the pitching. Who do you look to throw in game number 1 today?
We're going to go with Nick Cranberry in game 1.
Tell me a little bit about Nick on the mound.
Nick hasn't pitched a whole lot yet. He had a little bit of trouble. He walked quite a few guys in his first outing. I think him and his brother Ben were both at state golf, so they got baseball a little bit late, like every year. Both very talented golfers, so they're just working their way into it. They'll be ready by the end of the season. We're just taking it slow with them.
So let's talk about now North Fayette Valley. What do you know about the Tiger Hawks?
They're starting out a little rough. I think they're 0-5. They dropped a tough one to Clayton Ridge last week. I think they fought back late and then ended up losing by 1 in extra innings. But in Coach Hovden, I got a lot of respect for Coach Hovden, and he'll have his team ready to play.
All right, so what do you see is the keys in the ball game for MFL MarMac? What do you have to do then?
We got to get going early and get some runs on the board. We've been playing from behind and haven't really had a lead much this year, so it's putting a lot of pressure on our pitchers, and I think that's the reason we're walking so many guys. I think the pitchers are trying to do too much, and I think if we get a lead early, and I think that'll really help out our pitching.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you in between games.
Thank you.
MFL MarMac baseball coach Paul Gordon and his Bulldog team. The On Deck Show continues after this.
Congratulations to the class of 2024. People's State Bank would like to celebrate by depositing $100 into a new People's checking account for you. Visit one of their convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa to get your account set up and just mention this ad.
The $100 bonus will be deposited in the account within 7 business days after the account has been active for 3 months. To be considered active, the account must have a minimum of 10 transactions and posted and settled within the first 3 months of the account opening date. No minimum deposit to open account and no balance required to obtain bonus.
Offer valid through 7/31/24.
People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
If you feel lost in the big chain store pharmacies, take the time to stop into Nightingale Drug and visit with us about our services such as one-on-one consulting, free local delivery, competitive pricing with most insurance plans, and Medicare accepted. We'll make the transition quick and easy for you. Come to the people you know and trust. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business with locations in Guttenberg, Postville, and Waukon. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Baseball is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Bacon Concrete in Postville, and Furniture Showcase in Allwine, lighting, showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. We continue the On Deck show for today's game. We're joined by North Fayette Valley baseball coach Dan Hovden. Coach, your team dropping a doubleheader to Turkey Valley, your last matchup there on Thursday. Tell me about those two conference games.
Well, actually, those are two games we started off the games really well. In fact, our last four games, we've gotten the lead early innings, come out and had some good approaches at the plate. Seems like the pitchers we face and to get stronger as the game goes on. But we got a couple of leads on those two ball games and just weren't able to finish them off. But I like the way that our guys are battling and getting better every day.
Yeah, and I know this is a very young team, so let's talk about some of those individuals. Who's contributing for you offensively?
Well, we've got some guys that have been pretty solid. Peyton Losgard, our leadoff spot, Kenny Kerr, and then we've got he's in a 3-hole, and then we've got some other guys that are battling and getting better, and it kind of just depends on the day, where we're at. We've got some young kids playing, some guys, we had the other day we had 4 guys. It was their first time ever throwing varsity, pitching varsity. So, we've had a lot of firsts with this group, but they're getting better every day. I really couldn't mention any single names because there's just been a lot of them that have had their own shining moments.
Sure. All right, let's talk about pitching-wise here. I know some kids have contributed. Who are you looking to throw in game number 1 today?
Today we're going to start out with Josiah Zerbergen. So he had a nice outing, a good start against Turkey Valley on Thursday. So we got to watch his count. Being an underclassman, they don't have the pitch count totals that we can go by the inning or by the week, I should say. So we'll get a couple of starts out of him this week, we hope, and then we've got some of the guys that have been pitching well, some other freshmen and 8th graders, and so hopefully those guys will get us some extended innings and work this week, and so we got a pretty tough week.
All right, let's talk about now MFL MarMac. That's how you start the week. What do you know about the Bulldogs?
Well, they're a lot of people's pick to win the conference. They maybe struggled more than they would have liked to at this point in time, but they're very good. They're going to have, pitching, athleticism, and they've got a lot of excitement in their program from making the sub-state last year, and rightly so.
All right, now for North Fayette Valley, what do you have to do against MFL MarMac? What do you want to see?
Well, just in continued improvement. I mean, with these guys have been so coachable and so fun to work with, and they're getting better every day. You can just see the growth happening. We just got to stay positive mentally and keep working hard, and have a good start to the game, and just keep plugging away, I guess.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you in between games.
All right, thanks, Dan.
North Fayette Valley baseball coach Dan Hovden on his Tiger Hawk team. The On Deck Show continues after this.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Walk-On, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Robertson Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people bottom line is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I am available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Baseball is brought to you in part by Elgin State Bank of Elgin and Wadena, member FDIC, Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business, Crop Farm and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Connaughor Flood Covering in Monona, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, and by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barnes along with Coach Mike Sass. We welcome you here to West Union, and it is the start of our high school baseball season today on KEDR. In our featured matchup, it is MFL MarMac and North Fayette Valley. I'm joined by Coach Sass. Welcome to the season, Coach.
Yeah, good to be here.
And now, we come into this matchup. MFL MarMac's already played 10 games. They have a record of 8-2. They are 4-0 in the conference. Meanwhile, North Fayette Valley 0-5, 0-4 in the conference. And this is, as we start talking about an MFL MarMac team, the visiting team, a team that returns plenty from last year's sub-state final team.
Yeah, district champions last year. They returned quite a bit from that team. I know they lost one of their better pitchers. I think they lost their starting catcher, but they've got a lot of pieces back.
And it starts for them on the mound. They are deep pitching-wise, and Nick Cranbeer will get the start today. Now, Nick Cranbeer, along with Ben Cranbeer, kind of a later start for them to the season just because of the state golf results.
Yeah, two really good golfers, both qualified for state. So, yeah, they maybe don't have the arm strength quite built up as where they normally would at this point of the year, but two really good pitchers, two really good golfers. excited to see how Nick pitches tonight.
Yeah, Nick is throwing just 4 innings, but has walked 11 batters and struck out 12. He has a lively arm, and you know those numbers will continue to improve as the season goes on. Meanwhile, for MFL MarMac offensively, Carver Blitzbentine, who, if you remember, missed that tournament run last year due to an injury, back and hitting the ball well in the cleanup spot.
Yeah, he I think missed the whole second half of the season last year, and he's a big bat for him. That's going to be an important piece to get back for MFL MarMac. Kind of power hitting was a little bit maybe one of their weaknesses, and he brings that for them.
He's batting nearly .500 through the first 10 games, has 6 doubles and 11 RBIs. Obviously, they have Jackson Millage and Jacob Shellhorn and Parker Keel set the lineup. Even though the batting averages are not great, they've been finding a way. The on-base percentage has been impressive for both those kids.
Yeah, and I think they got some good speed up there at the top of the lineup as well, so might see them running a little bit as well.
Ben Cranbeer hitting the ball well. Elias Hatt also contributing for them, though he is not in the starting lineup in today's ball game. But it is a team that is getting, so far, maybe a little better offensive production than they thought maybe they'd get early.
Yeah, I think last year, we saw them win a lot of low-scoring games. They relied heavily on their pitching and their defense. But maybe this year they've got a little bit more offense, a little more pop in the bats, and maybe see some higher scoring games from them.
And again, they are coming off a loss to Wapsie Valley, which they lost by a score of 5-2. A Wapsie Valley team that is ranked in Class 1A. For North Fayette Valley, this is a surprisingly young team, and I mean a very young team coming into this season. As the youth movement is on right now, they'll start a couple of kids up the middle defensively that are really young at short and second.
Yeah, two 8th graders, I believe, starting up the middle for them. That's pretty rare, especially here at North Fayette Valley, where they've had a really nice tradition the last few years. Coach Hovden does a great job, and you don't see that too often here.
And for North Fayette Valley, the top of the lineup is where their experience is with Peyton Lofsgaard, Kenny Kerr, and Cole Fauser, the upperclassmen that are good to see them still out for baseball.
Yeah, those are 3 names I remember from last year, and I'm sure Coach Hovden and the Tiger Hawks are leaning on those 3 kids to really provide them with something on the offensive end.
And when you're talking about Kenny Kerr, has 3 hits early this season. Peyton Lofsgaard's been on base a couple of times, though the average isn't there yet, but these are the guys they expect to continue to get better as the season goes on. Cole Fauser is 6 of 15 hitting-wise this season, so he's off to a good start and has 6 RBIs. As we mentioned, North Fayette Valley getting a late start to their season, and part of that, even though they only had 1 kid that was out for soccer, but part of that is they tend to start a little later here in case they run with more of those kids having to bounce between 2 sports.
Yeah, and soccer team, obviously state champs, had a tremendous year, and even though they maybe only had 1 kid that also played soccer, those kids are cheering for their classmates and are invested in that as well. So yeah, it's hasn't been a 100% focus on baseball until probably this weekend. So,
and obviously, congratulations to the North Fayette Valley soccer team winning the Class 1A state championship over the weekend. Beat, of course, Van Meter in the title match 2-0, and in only their 5th season winning a state title. That's impressive.
Very impressive. Yeah, excellent job by that soccer program here.
All right, getting back to our ball game, Blake Everett is a freshman. He will get the start on the mound for North Fayette Valley. He's only thrown 4 innings so far, but given up 9 runs. The big thing is he only walked 1 and struck out 4, so he does a good job throwing strikes, which, again, that's where it's got to start for them on the mound.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot. You can't allow those free passes. At the very least, make the other team earn it. Make them put the ball into play and see if you can play some defense.
So let's set the lineup. First off for MFL MarMac, the visiting team. Parker Keel, the center fielder, bats leadoff. Jacob Shellhorn, the shortstop, bats second. Ben Cranbeer, the third baseman, bats third. Connor Blitzbentine, DHing. He's DHing from the cleanup spot, DHing for the pitcher, Nick Cranbeer. Jackson Millage, the left fielder, bats seventh. In the sixth spot, rather. Ben Gordon, the right fielder, bats seventh. Jaron Willie, the catcher, Millage bats fifth in the lineup. Gordon bats sixth. Jaron Willie, the catcher, bats seventh. Dustin Larson, the first baseman, bats eighth. Bryce Radeloff is the second baseman, batting ninth for MFL MarMac. For North Fayette Valley, Peyton Lofsgaard, the center fielder, bats leadoff. Kane Rogers, the shortstop, bats second. Kenny Kerr, the third baseman, bats third. Cole Fauser is the first baseman, batting cleanup. Drew Stolka, the catcher, bats fifth. Josiah Zerbriggen, the second baseman, bats sixth. Ben Bodensteiner is the right fielder. He'll bat seventh. Mason Hines, the left fielder, bats eighth. And Blake Everett does the pitching. And batting in the number 9 spot, North Fayette Valley goes without a DH. There's your starting lineups. We had some rain that passed through here, but all it's done is settled the field. And the sun was trying to break out. We'll play in cloud cover with things just a little bit damp, but it's playable.
Yeah, you see a little bit of blue sky here and there, but mostly cloudy. But Yeah, should be all right for the rest of the night, I think.
We'll take a break. When we return, the first pitch with North Fayette Valley and MFL MarMac right after this.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you're in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
At Al McKee Clayton REC, we provide more than energy. We also provide ideas to help keep you safe, especially during planting season. If your equipment contacts a power line, back away. When you can't back away, call or radio for help. If you must jump clear of the equipment, do not touch the ground and the equipment at the same time. Report potential power line hazards today. At Al McKee Clayton REC, we care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Al McKee Clayton REC, your touchdown energy cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Baseball is brought to you in part by Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by Kay in Monona, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, and Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com.
Getting ready for a 4 o'clock start. The coaches are at the home plate area in the batter's boxes, exchanging lineup cards, waiting for our second official to make sure that everybody is ready to go here on what is a very comfortable June-like afternoon. A little humid, temperatures in the low 80s. And North Fayette Valley looking for their first win of the season, and MFL MarMac looking to stay undefeated in the Upper Iowa Conference this early part of the season. Tiger Hawks, the home team, wearing the Carolina blue tops. They have the white bottoms. And MFL MarMac with what looks like new uniforms, white bottoms and tops. They got a little blue around the shoulders. And we are getting ready to go with game 1 of 2. We'll bring you just the first game this afternoon and a new press box here at North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, this is a nice facility they've got here. Brand new. I think Coach Hubden said we're the first people to use it. So.
We are up on top here. The concession stand is below us, but this is excellent. This is the best spot. We've done games here through the years at North Fayette Valley out in left field, just trying to get the good angle. We've done games here from the right sideline area up the home side, so this is kind of nice to have a good look at home plates and be able to oversee the field. Wind will not be a factor in this ball game. The flag, as you look out in right center field, just laying still. And it will be Parker Keel, Jacob Shellhorn, and Ben Cranbeer to lead things off for MFL MarMac here in the top of the first inning. Let's set up North Fayette Valley defensively. Mason Hines is in left field. Peyton Lofsgaard is in center with Ben Bodensteiner in right. Around the horn defensively, Kenny Kerr plays third. Kane Rogers is the shortstop. Josiah Zerbriggen plays second base. Cole Fauser is at first. The catcher is Drew Stolka. And again, freshman Blake Everett is on the mound for North Fayette Valley in this ballgame this afternoon. Parker Keel from the leadoff spot, batting-wise this year, is 7 of 33, but again, the base percentage is higher. He's also 11 of 11 stolen base-wise. As a team, MFL MarMac is 67 of 67. So they are averaging right now close to 7 steals a ball game.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good speed, and they're using it to their credit.
And for North Fayette Valley, and you figure this is the case with a young team, they are not quite as aggressive stealing bases, as they have, I believe, just 6 stolen bases on the season. 6 of 6, that's the good news, but with a young team, you sometimes just struggle getting on the base paths.
Yeah, you got to learn your move and learn how to get that good jump, and when you're younger, you're not as strong, not as fast usually.
Now, in the Upper Iowa Conference, this is our baseball opener. We were scheduled to do the Clayton Ridge Central North Fayette Valley doubleheader on the 28th, but that game ended up being, well, it wasn't rained out. It ended up being basically because of field conditions, but they did play the following night, and North Fayette Valley dropped that doubleheader to Clayton Ridge Central. War Eagles won the first game 8-7, and the second game, because of darkness, was called, and 7-5, Clayton Ridge Central wins that ball game. As far as in the Upper Iowa Conference, we were talking beforehand, surprised at MFL MarMac not getting some love in the polls.
Yeah, with like we talked about the district champs last year, they brought back a lot. Carver Blitzman-Teen didn't play the second half of the year, so they're adding him. And not getting any love in the polls. I thought maybe they'd at least get to that receiving votes category. And
as far as that, the only two conference teams ranked in tomorrow's poll, South Wynn is back into the top 10 at number 10, and Keyhigh also receiving votes in Class 1A.
Yeah, I think those two and MFL MarMac, those are probably the three favorites in the conference, I would say.
Yeah, I think either way, and it'll just depend who throws the best, who plays good defense, because those teams are built to be successful.
Yeah, I think all three of those, like you said, it's just going to depend on the night, but it could any three of those could beat the other two. So.
All right, let's talk about this ball game. And for MFL MarMac, this is about putting the ball in play against North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, MFL MarMac's the more experienced team here. I think they want to probably jump on them early and put the pressure on the younger team early here.
So for North Fayette Valley, with a young team, this is about making routine plays. This isn't about making outstanding plays. This is about making routine plays here to limit your mistakes.
Right. They're young, so they want to focus on their fundamentals and just do the right things, make the easy play. Don't have to do anything spectacular, and just learn and grow and improve every game.
And that's the big thing. Again, some upperclassmen not going out, so these young guys get a chance. And you look at Blake Everett on the mound and warming up, looks like he's confident on the mound. And the big thing is throwing strikes warming up.
Yeah, like you said, hasn't walked many this year, and that's big. You give those free passes. How many times do we see those free passes end up just killing you? So as long as you're forcing the other team to put the ball in play, that's big.
And making the routine plays behind them. North Fayette Valley is a team averaging around 3 errors a ball game. So, again, that's something they figured that they'll get better as the season goes on. So we're just about ready to go with a later start. It is very seldom that we start late than 4 o'clock.
Yeah, just a few minutes past 4. Should be going here any minute. But, usually we're right on time here.
So Blake Everett is going to throw his final warm-up pitch. And we are ready to go here with game number 1 of 2. Again, just bringing you the first game this afternoon here on KADR. So Stolka lines the throw down to second base, and it happens to scoot into center field. So they have a throwing error on the last warm-up pitch, but get that out of the way now as left-handed hitter Parker Keel steps up to bat here in the top of the first inning. As we mentioned, Keel, Shellhorn, and Cranbeer for MFL MarMac to lead things off, and plenty of experience. MFL MarMac is basically what North Fayette Valley is now. MFL MarMac was that team about 3 years ago.
Right, and so if Coach Hovden, follows that same trajectory, they're going to be just fine in a couple of years.
First pitch of the ball game, a fastball from Everett. Keel swings right through it, and the count is 0-1. So Parker Keel leading things off. We mentioned 7 of 33 on the season, but 11 for 11 stolen base-wise. They've done a great job getting on the base paths. 0-1 pitch, and that ball's lined into right field, and it's going to one-hop in front of the right fielder, Ben Bodensteiner. So a solid line drive base hit into right field. Parker Keel leads things off on the second pitch with a base hit.
Yeah, nice job of Keel there, just putting that thing into play. Nice base hit, and my bet is we'll see him getting aggressive on the base paths.
Jacob Shellhorn is up to bat. Shellhorn is just 4 of 27, so that average will continue to go up. But he has scored 11 runs, so he's getting on base.
Yeah, he was one of their better hitters last year, so I think that average will come up throughout the season.
A runner at first base in Parker Keel, who is likely a threat to go, and they wisely throw over to first base as Everett throws it over to Fauser. Sliding back in there head first is Keel, and Everett aware of MFL MarMac and the ability to run, but I still think that Parker Keel gets the early going here.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to test this young catcher out, I think.
And he's got a good lead to the edge of the grass there, and they throw it back over to first base once again. So Everett, not a bad move for a youngster. It's more of I know you're there move instead of a straight pickoff move. But anything he can do to give his catcher Stolka a chance to throw out a runner. So Keel's hit the deck twice, diving back to first base, and now extends the lead. He's off and running on the pitch. Shellhorn takes it. It's a called ball, and stealing second base, standing up is Parker Keel. His 12th stolen base of the year. Got a tremendous jump as he extended that lead at first base about another step after the second pickoff throw.
Yeah, he, young. It's experience there. Young guy on the mound, experienced base runner, and got a great jump.
And taking the pitch high was Shellhorn, so the count is 1-0. Everett from the stretch delivers the 1-0 pitch, and Shellhorn takes it. It's upstairs, and the count is 2-0. So Everett's right around the strike zone, but he's missed high twice.
Yeah, not missing by much, just a little up in the zone there.
2-0 is the count. Keel being held at second base by Zerbruggen. He's off and stealing third. Here's the throwdown, and stealing, standing up again is Keel. The pitch was outside, but a called strike on the corner, but Keel has stolen third base, and now a runner on third with nobody out here in the first.
Yeah, again, just an outstanding jump by Keel there.
And with 2-0, normally a hitter's count, but they had Shellhorn taking all the way there. So it's 2 balls and a strike with a runner at third. 2-1 pitch. Shellhorn, it's in the dirt, and it scoots by the catcher, Stolka. This will go as a pass ball, and scoring from third base is Parker Keel. So Keel, a leadoff single, steals a couple of bases, then scores on what ends up being a tough pass ball to the outside, and it's 1-0 Bulldogs strike first.
Yeah, just that's all Keel right there. Nice base hit, 2 stolen bases, and takes advantage of the pass ball.
So Jacob Shellhorn up to bat. The count now 3-1 outside, and you could debate whether or not that was a wild pitch, but I think that Stolka had an opportunity to get that one. 3-1 is the count. 3-1 pitch to Shellhorn. It is outside. It is ball number 4. So the first walk issued by Everett puts a nobody out base runner on, the number 2 hitter. Shellhorn doing what he does really well, find a way onto the base paths. And Ben Cranbeer, the third baseman, is up to bat. Cranbeer, one of the more experienced bats for MFL MarMac. He is a junior, 11 of 34 on the season, got a couple of doubles. If you're talking about Shellhorn wanting to run, and that's going to be a likelihood, he is 8 for 8 stolen base-wise this year. So he is among the team leaders as well, and he's off and moving on the first pitch. Cranbeer swings right through it. Throwing down to second base is Stolka, who had to avoid the hitter Cranbeer after swinging through. Cranbeer actually entered the plate area. Stolka throws over top of him, but it's not in time, as Shellhorn easily steals second base and moves into scoring position.
Yeah, big cut by Cranbeer there, and made it difficult for Stolka on that throwdown.
And they did not say that there was any type of interference there. So the count is 0-1 as Cranbeer swings right through it. The 0-1 pitch, bouncing ball right side of the infield. Second baseman reaching out for it is Zerbruggen to his left, but it's out of his reach. It's a base hit into right field, and scoring all the way from second is once again Shellhorn. So a base hit and an RBI for Ben Cranbeer, and it's 2-0 MFL MarMac in the lead here in the first.
Yeah, just out of the reach of the second baseman's glove there. I thought he might have a play on it, but just couldn't quite get it.
Carver Blitz-Benteen is now up to bat, and a sparkling average, 14 of 29 on the season. He is their leader, RBI-wise, with 11, and has 6 extra base hits out of those 14. So he has 6 doubles out of the 14 hits that he has picked up on the season. Cranbeer likely a threat to go again here in the first inning. MFL MarMac will run until shown otherwise, and they throw to first base, and Cranbeer just a short lead at first base, back in there standing up.
Yeah, not quite as aggressive as a lead here on first base this time.
Little rain falling right now, nothing major, just some light rain falling here in West Union, but the sun's trying to make its way out in right field. Pitch outside to Blitz-Benteen, and the count is 1-0. Cranbeer was not off and running on that pitch. So 1-0 the count. Blitz-Benteen has done some catching this year, but he's in the DH spot in the lineup tonight for MFL MarMac. Cranbeer, again, just a couple of steps off of first base, and throwing back over there is Everett. And Cranbeer was just trying to extend his lead. Got a couple of steps off, but then had to go back. So he was only about halfway between the cut of the infield and first base. 1-0 pitch. Blitz-Benteen lifts a high fly ball. This is to left center field, and that ball is gone. Derek Blitz-Benteen, Carver Blitz-Benteen. Carver Blitz-Benteen with a 2-run home run. They've sent 4 up, and 4 have scored. It is 4-0 Bulldogs in the lead.
Yeah, you put a charge into that. That was a no-doubter there. And I could be wrong, but I think we saw him do that here last year as well.
You are correct. He did hit a home run in that ball game, and that was in the later stages of the ball game. So Carver Blitz-Benteen, first home run of the year. And they have sent 4 up, and as we mentioned, it is 4-0, just the exact start that MFL MarMac are looking for.
Yeah, this is exactly what they wanted, and exactly not what North Fayette Valley wanted.
So that brings up now Jackson Millage, the left fielder. And Millage takes the pitch, ducks out of it. It's a curveball that breaks inside, and the count is 1-0. Millage, batting-wise this year, is 9 of 27. So batting at a .333 clip. Bottom of the lineup, continuing to grow for MFL MarMac. This is the 5 spot in the lineup. 1-0 pitch. It's a fastball upstairs. The count is 2-0. So let's see how the youngster Everett responds.
Yeah, it's a good test for him here. Oh, Coach Hubden's going to take a timeout. Settle him down, I think, a little bit after that home run.
Coach Hubden taking timeout with the count 2-0. Wants to get Everett back to firing strikes. They'll bring in the entire infield, with MFL MarMac leading 4-0. Millage, Ben Gordon is on deck, the 6 spot in the lineup. Then you've got Jaron Willie also due up here yet in the top of the first inning, with 4 up and 4 reaching base, and a 4-0 lead for MFL MarMac.
And I think this is an area where MFL MarMac can get a lot better from last year as well. You know, the top of their order was pretty good last year. They didn't get as much production from the bottom, which is obviously common in high school baseball. But if they can get a little bit more from the bottom of their lineup, they could be a really dangerous team.
Yeah, that's what we thought last year. The only thing missing from that team was consistent offense. They had the pitching. They played great defense last year, and a lot of those players are back. So 2-0 is the count. Coach Hubden breaks things at the mound. And the 2-0 pitch there, swinging through the outside pitch is Millage, and the count is 2-1. Good to see Everett fire back a strike.
Yeah, nice little breaking ball there. Got him to chase.
So 2-1 is the count. And again, nobody on here in the top of the first. 2-1 pitch. Millage reaches out for it, fouls it up against the backstop area, rolls to the backstop, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So after that timeout, Everett has fired a couple of strikes and now evened up on the count. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Millage, again, digs in with the count 2-2. 2-2 curveball inside, and he looked like it may have hit him at first, but he was able to avoid it.
It was close.
Count goes to 3-2. He looked at his left arm like maybe it nicked him, but he'd rather hit.
Might have got his arm hair or something.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes, 3-2 pitch. Swinging through the high fastball is Millage. Strikeout number 1 recorded by Everett, and it's out number 1 here in the first. And brings up now Ben Gordon, the number 6 hitter in the lineup. Gordon, 8 of 30 this year. And after the home run given up, Everett strikes out the next batter.
Yeah, it's great to see. Bounce back by Everett, give up a home run, but don't lose your confidence. Come back, strike out the next guy.
So Ben Gordon is up to bat with now 1 out here in the top of the first. And it's a curveball that breaks inside and a called strike. So a nice slow-bending curveball for Everett. First time we've really seen that one come across the strike zone. And it was a good one.
Yeah, that one did break quite a bit. Yeah, a couple of the others to Millage didn't break, but that one broke in nicely.
And the count should be 0-1. Scoreboard says it's 1-0, but that was a called strike. Fastball inside, and it goes now to a ball and a strike. Sure enough, that is our count, 1-1. First time doing a ball game this year, and we should never look at the scoreboard trying to figure out the balls and strikes.
That's right.
I think after all these years, we'd know that.
Yeah.
1-1 is the count. Everett's 1-1 pitch outside, 2 balls and a strike. Bulldogs, 4 runs here in the top of the first inning. Blitz Benteen with that 2-run home run of the big shot. And 2-1 is the count to Gordon. So Everett delivers now the 2-1 pitch, and a ball lined to Gordon down the right field line. Just slides inside the line as it hooked down the right field line. It's extra bases for Gordon. He'll go to second base. The ball retrieved by Bodensteiner. They're going to wave him to third. Relay throw into Zerbrungen at second. The throw to third. It is not in time, and standing up is Gordon with a triple. The ball sails over the head of the third baseman Kerr, but backing up the play is Everett, so Gordon will have to stay right there. You have a home run in the inning, and now a triple from Ben Gordon, a runner on third with 1 out for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just nice piece of hitting by Gordon there. Just sliced it down the right field line into that deep corner, and got the wheels going and got to third base.
Brings up Jaron Willie now, who is the catcher. Willie this year 4 for 9, and he is taking over the catching spot in tonight's ball game. So only 9 at-bats so far, but has made the most of them with 4 hits, working his way into the lineup. And here is the pitch outside. The count is 1-0, and a nice job by Stolka moving out to the right as that pitch bounced to the outside of the plate. And the count goes to 1-0 to Willie. The 7th Bulldog to bat here in the top of the first inning. 1-0, it's the count. As Everett from the stretch now, even with that runner at third, and that ball's lined into left center field, and that ball's going to go to the alley, and it's extra bases for Willie. Gordon scores from third. Willie into second base. It's a stand-up double, and it is 5-0 MFL MarMac in the lead here in the first.
Yeah, they're just they're really teeing off here. No errors really by North Fayette Valley. MFL MarMac just doing a nice job hitting the ball where the defense isn't.
And you talk about MFL MarMac being improved offensively this year, and that seems to be the case right now.
Yeah, they're just really hitting the ball well, better than we probably saw them at most points last year.
And we will have a courtesy runner in for the catcher for, once again, MFL MarMac, and that will be number 12 coming in, and that is Carter Lightfoot. So Carter Lightfoot is the courtesy runner for the catcher. And Dustin Larson, the first baseman, is up to bat. Dustin Larson on the season is 6 of 29 batting-wise, the junior first baseman. With the exception of Keel, you have all right-handed bats for MFL MarMac. Keel bats left-handed from the leadoff spot. Lightfoot is at second base, the designated runner. And Everett steps off the mound to look him back at second base. Lightfoot this year has scored 7 runs. He only has 4 at-bats, but that's his job. Get on the base, don't make mistakes.
Yep. Good. Just be a good base runner.
And here is the pitch, and Larson lifts a high fly ball. This is to right field. Backpedaling is the right fielder, and reaching up for it is Bodensteiner. It's over his head. It's going to be a base hit. They'll wave Lightfoot around from third. The throw comes into Zurbriggen. He'll cut it off there. He'll tuck it in, and it is a blooping base hit for Larson and an RBI. It is now 6-0 MFL MarMac in the lead.
Yeah, another nice piece of hitting by Larson, just going with it right over the right fielder's head there.
And Bryce Radeloff becomes the 9th Bulldog to bat here in the top of the first inning. So they are going to bat around, barring a double play, here in the top of the first. 6 runs in the inning, and they have done it here on a total of 6 hits. And Bryce Radeloff, as we mentioned, the number 9 hitter up to bat. There's a pitch outside, and the count goes to 1-0. Bryce Radeloff, batting-wise this year, is 8 of 27 and has a double, 5 RBIs this year, so been a productive number 9 hitter for MFL MarMac. 1-0 pitch, fouls that one over the backstop area. That'll land to the side of us in the press box, in the brand spanking new press box, and the count is 1-1. Larson, more of a base-to-base base runner out there for MFL MarMac. Likely will not be stealing in this situation.
Yep, you wouldn't expect him to here, no.
And 1-1 is the count to Gordon. Parker Keel, who started this inning, is waiting on deck. Everett, the youngster, doing his job, throwing strikes. 1-1 pitch, curveball inside, and turning for it there is Radeloff, and is going to hit him in the back. So hit by the pitch is Radeloff. That is the second free pass issued this inning. He did walk Shellhorn earlier in this inning. Radeloff hit by the pitch. There's runners on second and first. There is still 1 out. And Parker Keel up to bat, the 10th Bulldog to bat, as they bat around here in the first.
Yeah, if you, when you send the same guy up twice in an inning, you know you've had a pretty good inning.
And that leads to a nice big crooked number. Keel singled to start the inning, stole a couple of bases, and scored on a pass ball, and he lifts a high fly ball, and this is a major league fly ball. Shallow right field, the second baseman going out and diving for it is Zurbriggen. It's out of his reach. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Larson holds it third. Keel has his second base hit of the inning as that one just found the right spot in right field, just inside the line, and the base is loaded for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you couldn't have placed that one much better. Little longer, a little shorter, a little left. A little right, wouldn't have been a base hit, but right in that spot.
Josiah Zurbriggen covered a ton of ground to try to get to that and made a diving effort, but it was well out of his reach. So Shellhorn, who walked and scored earlier this inning, takes a curveball upstairs, and the count is 1-0. So they've had a couple of hits that have just found the right spot out in the outfield.
Yeah.
And MFL MarMac now with a total of 7 hits in this inning. 1-0 pitch and time, a balk called by Everett. I don't think Everett stopped to set. So a balk adds to the trouble. Larson will walk in and score from third. It is now 7-0. Radeloff advances to second, or actually to third, and Keel goes to second, and there is still just 1 out here in the top of the first.
I think you're right there, Dan. I don't think he paused. Yep.
And working from the stretch, and as we mentioned, this is a freshman that is throwing in this ball game for North Fayette Valley. And remember, there's different pitching rules for 8th and 9th graders, so they can't go 95, 100 pitches like a varsity older kid can.
Right.
Pitch to Shellhorn upstairs. Count is 2-0. Shellhorn, as we mentioned, walked, stole a base, and scored as part of this first inning. And the count is now 2 balls and no strikes. Still 2 on. 2-0 pitch, taking all the way is Shellhorn, and the count goes to 3-0. So 1 out. The young freshman now kind of laboring on the mound. Takes off the glove and calls time here as he wants to have a conversation with his catcher, Stolka. He motioned Stolka out to the mound.
Yeah, it's been a long inning for him.
And this is a conversation maybe of, I've been high a couple of pitches here. Maybe let's just try to establish the strike zone if we can. Let's pound some fastballs for a while.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
With runners on second and third. Again, we talked about if you're North Fayette Valley, you just want strikes from your pitchers. That's with young kids. I mean, you realize the ball is going to be put into play.
And he's done mostly a pretty good job of that, struggling with this batter.
And this is the kid that he walked earlier this inning, Shellhorn, out of the one walk. 3-0 pitch. Shellhorn takes it. It is outside. It is ball number 4. So the base is still loaded. Ben Cranbeer is up to bat. Cranbeer singled in a run and scored in this first inning. And now Coach Hovden takes time, and this may involve a pitching change this time.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And the entire infield brought in, and sure enough, they're going to make a pitching change, and I believe it will be Cole Fauser coming in to pitch. So a pitching change for North Fayette Valley. They trail 7-0. Great start for MFL MarMac here. 1 out, bases loaded in the top of the 7th, the top of the 1st. They've got 7 on the board. Let's take this break.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Welcome back to West Union. Pitching change for North Fayette Valley here in the top of the first inning. The bases loaded for MFL MarMac. They lead 7-0 right now. And up to bat is Ben Cranbeer. The pitching change, Cole Fauser becomes the pitcher for North Fayette Valley. For Fauser this year, he has thrown 3 innings. This will be, as far as appearance-wise, his second of the year. Third of the year. He's thrown 3 innings, only allowed 2 hits, 5 runs, but it's walked 9 and hasn't struck out anybody. So they need strikes from Cole Fauser, one of the more experienced arms back for North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know he pitched last year for him, and that experience is few and far between here for NFV.
So Ben Cranbeer up to bat. Cranbeer is the 12th Bulldog to bat here in the top of the first inning. He singled and drove in a run and later scored earlier this inning. And the base is loaded for MFL MarMac. There's a pitch, and Cranbeer lifts a high pop-up. This is down the right field line, foul territory. Bodensteiner reaches out for it, but it's out of his reach as it rolls up near the fence down the right field line. So there's the other changes. Cole Fauser moving from first into pitch. The pitcher, Blake Everett, goes to right field. The right fielder, Ben Bodensteiner, moves to first base. Just gave chase on that foul ball.
Yeah, I thought he might have a play, but just out of his reach there.
And the base is loaded. Once again for Cranbeer. Fauser gets ahead on the count, 0-1. And now delivers the 0-1 pitch. It's outside, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Fauser, a very unique delivery as far as how he comes to the plate, and he's working from the stretch here, but it's more of a shovel throw over time.
Yeah, it is, like you said, a really unique delivery, but can be deceptive.
1-1 pitch, and Cranbeer lines that ball underneath the glove of the third baseman, Kerr. It's out of his reach. It's a base hit. Scoring from third is going to be Randolph. Keel waved around from second. He'll score. The ball comes into the infield, scoots by the catcher, Stolka a couple of steps, and Cranbeer will advance to second. It's a base hit, 2 RBIs. It is 9-0 MFL MarMac in the lead here in the first.
Yeah, they're just jumping all over NFE right now.
And that is the 3rd RBI, by the way, for Cranbeer in this inning as he drove in 2. Carver blitzed Benteen, hit a 2-run home run earlier this inning. This is the 13th Bulldog to bat here They have had 8 of their 9 hitters score in this first inning. And the pitch outside, the count goes to 1-0. So North Fayette Valley just trying to stop the tide right now.
Yeah, they're looking for an out any way they can get one here.
And they have 8 hits so far this inning, MFL MarMac does. And 1-0, one of their top hitters is up to bat with a good quick swing. 1-0 pitch, and Blitz Benteen looked at a fastball high. The count goes to 2-0. First base is open, by the way, so if you feel like you don't want to give in to Blitz Benteen, but at this point, it's 9-0.
Yeah, if it was a closer game, I think you might stay away from him.
2-0 pitch, it's upstairs, and the count is 3-0. Now, with the count 3-0, I would think Blitz Benteen, as the sun comes out, 3-0, he's got a green light, doesn't he?
I would think, yeah, to have him take another hack here, see if he can hit 2 home runs in an inning.
Senior, been a long-time player for you there. He deserves that right. 3-0 is the pitch, and he swings at it and fists it, but it'll make it over the backstop, and the count goes to 3-1. Love the aggressiveness, and again, an experienced bat. Give him the green light.
Yeah, and he took a cut. If it was out on the barrel, that might have been gone again.
So 3-1 is now the count. So Fauser did come back with a strike. Big lead off the bases for both runners at second and third. 3-1 pitch, and reaching out for it is Blitz Benteen. Probably ball 4, but it goes over the North Fayette Valley dugout up the first base side out of play. And it's now full count. So Fauser's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Yep. And, and Blitz Benteen wants to hit here. He doesn't want that free pass, I don't think, at this point.
And, again, you've got a 9-0 lead, so stay aggressive. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2 pitch. It is outside. It is ball number 4. Couldn't reach it there.
Yep.
So that is a walk issued. And, again, that will bring up Jackson Millage, who has made the only out this inning and has that possibility of the rarity of making 2 outs in the same inning. So he wants to avoid that.
Yeah, absolutely. He might get some razzing from his teammates here if he does that.
So the base is still loaded now, or loaded once again, after Blitz Benteen walks. And again, they are not being held on the base paths as Millage takes the first pitch. It's a bouncing ball. That's into center field. That's a base hit. He keeps the inning going. Scoring from third is Shellhorn. Cranbeer waved around from second. He'll score standing up. It's a base hit, 2 RBIs for Jackson Millage, and it is 11-0 MFL MarMac in the lead here in the first.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Millage there. Just takes it right back up the middle for a nice single.
And again, Cranbeer and Shellhorn scoring. So that means the top 3 hitters for MFL MarMac have all scored 2 runs, and Blitz Benteen has scored a run earlier this inning, stands at second base. Ben Gordon is up to bat with 11 on the board for MFL MarMac in the first. And Gordon lifts a high fly ball, right field, giving chase is Blake Everett on the run, reaches up for it, makes the play on the run. Nice job by Everett tracking that down near the line in right field. Reached up for it, makes the play. Blitz Benteen tags from second, goes to third. Holding at first is Millage. Runners on the corners for MFL MarMac, but for the Bulldogs here, it is out number 2.
Yeah, nice play by the right fielder there to get under that and get that second out.
So that brings up now Jaron Willie, the catcher. Willie with a double this inning and an RBI. And so MFL MarMac erupting for 11 runs here in the first. And here's a slow bouncing ball up the third base line, but it will roll foul. As a matter of fact, hits the foot of Blitz Benteen. But Blitz Benteen in foul territory runs into the ball and is called out running up the third base line in foul territory.
The umpire must have said he was in fair territory.
So that's how the inning ends, and North Fayette Valley will take it.
Yeah.
11 runs for MFL MarMac. They do it on 9 hits. They leave 2. We've played 1 half inning. MFL MarMac 11. North Fayette Valley coming to bat.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Bottom of the first inning, and MFL MarMac puts up 11 in the first inning. On the scoreboard, it says 1, but put an extra 10 on there, and 11 runs in the top of the first inning on 9 hits for MFL MarMac. So for North Fayette Valley, Peyton Lofsgaard, Kane Rogers, and Kenny Kerr to lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning against left-hander Nick Cranbeer. For MFL MarMac defensively, Jackson Millage is in left field, Parker Keel in center, Ben Gordon in right field. Around the horn defensively, Ben Cranbeer at third, Jacob Shellhorn is at second, Bryce Radeloff is actually Shellhorn's at short. It is Bryce Radeloff at second, Dustin Larson is at first base, the catcher is Jaron Willie, and again, Nick Cranbeer, the left-hander, is on the mound in his second appearance of the season. There's a fastball, and that pitch called a strike on the outside. The count is 0-1. Lofsgaard, a senior, leading things off here this season for, again, the more experienced bat that they have. And Lofsgaard has 1 hit so far early this season, takes that pitch inside. The count is 1-1, but he is a kid that you expect to be in the mix with the better averages in the conference as the season goes on. Experience back. 1-1 pitch, swings right through it, and the count goes to 1-2. Let's talk about Nick Cranbeer on the mound, the left-hander.
Yeah, he throws hard. He's got that left-handed delivery. I know he was very successful last year. He's going to be one of their top pitchers.
And again, this is a team that was excited about who they have back on the mound. 1-2 pitch, and Lofsgaard lifts a high fly ball. This is to left field. Millage giving chase. It's over his head. That ball's going to roll to the fence. Peyton Lofsgaard's second hit of the season. It's a stand-up double, and the Tiger Hawks have the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, just great piece of hitting there by Lofsgaard. Just a nice swing, put the barrel of the bat on it right over left fielder's head for a stand-up double.
And that brings up Kane Rogers, now the shortstop. Rogers, 3-for-11 this season, does have 3 of the stolen bases, has half that total for North Fayette Valley. So Lofsgaard with a double puts a runner in scoring position, and if you're North Fayette Valley, just chip away if you can, right?
Yeah, got to try and get just a couple runs each inning and see if you can make this a game again.
Fastball outside, the count is 1-0. We mentioned Nick Cranbeer, a lively arm. Struggled with walks early this season, but again, he continues to work his way into shape from state golf. 1-0 pitch, there's a pitch downstairs, the count is 2-0. One thing about an 11-run lead if you're MFL MarMac, you got a little wiggle room with your pitcher.
Right, yeah. You don't have to get too worried about giving up a double when you've got an 11-run lead.
2-0 falls behind here now to Rogers. And to the 2-0 pitch, fastball, and Rogers lifts a high fly ball, center field. Parker Keel drifting back, makes the play in straightaway center field, tracks it down, and Rogers flies out to center for out number 1.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Rogers. Just a little bit off the end of the bat, I think. If he could have got a little bit more of the meat on the bat, he might have had another double there.
Kenny Kerr is a junior, 2 juniors on this North Fayette Valley team, and they also have 2 seniors. Otherwise, it is a lot of youth on the varsity level. Matter of fact, 4 8th graders on the varsity, along with, 5 freshmen?
Yeah, a lot of youth.
And here is the first pitch to Kerr. Takes a fastball high. The count is 1-0. So Kerr, as we mentioned, 3 of 11 on the season. One of the more experienced backs in the 3 spot in the lineup for North Fayette Valley. Radlov holding the runner at second base in Lofsgaard. 1-0 pitch, fastball, gets the outside corner, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Good to see Cranbeer not falling behind on counts early.
Yeah, you've got that big lead. You might as well keep challenging the hitters here.
And a ball and a strike. Yeah, a lot of the number 1 signal, I would think, going out. 1-1 pitch, fastball swinging right through the outside pitch is Kerr, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. I think you just continue to pound the strike zone here when you get a big lead like this.
Absolutely. Just, throw a lot of heat, see if the other team can hit it.
A ball and 2 strikes, the 1-2 pitch, and swinging through the outside pitch is Kerr. Strikeout number 1 for Cranbeer, and it's out number 2 here in the bottom of the first. It brings up now Cole Fauser, the first baseman, and actually now the pitcher in this ball game for North Fayette Valley. Fauser, 6 of 15 this season, so he's put the ball into play well. Has 6 RBIs for North Fayette Valley early this year. And the first pitch is a fastball, catches the outside corner, and the count is 0-1.
Yeah, he's got an opportunity for another RBI here.
So 0-1 is the count. 2 outs after the leadoff double to Lofsgaard. He's still standing at second base. 0-1 pitch, and Fauser, a late swing on a fastball in the inside, and the count goes to 0-2.
Looks like Cranberry's arms loosening up a little bit, throwing some good heat here.
Yeah, that kid is in a groove here in the first inning after that leadoff double. 0-2 is the count. Continues to work from the stretch. 0-2 pitch, and Fauser swings right through the inside fastball. Strikeout number 2 for Cranberry, and that does it for the Tiger Hawks. They leave that runner at second. We've played 1 inning. 11-0 MFL MarMac in the lead.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Baseball is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Bacon Concrete in Postville, and Furniture Showcase in Allwine, lighting, showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments.
We go to the top of the second inning. It'll be Dustin Larson, Bryce Radloff, and Parker Keogh. That will be 8, 9, and 1 in the MFL MarMac lineup here in the top of the second inning. They erupted for 11 runs on 9 hits in the first inning and actually left 2 runners in scoring position. But again, it is 11-0. North Fayette Valley threatened in the bottom of the second with a leadoff double from Peyton Loskard, but was left hanging there. And Dustin Larson, who singled in a run and later scored in the first inning, hits a slow curveball into shallow left field. Coming in and calling for it there is Mason Hines, who tracks it down. So Larson went after that slow curveball and fisted it out towards left field, tracked down well by Hines, and the leadoff batter retired here in the second.
Yeah, a lot better start here for North Fayette Valley, getting that leadoff hitter out right away.
So Bryce Radloff, the number 9 hitter. Radloff hit by a pitch, but scored. In this game, 8 of the 9 Bulldogs have scored already, and that happened in the first inning. But the leadoff runner retired here in the second. Pitch inside and raising the shoulder. Radloff misses it, and the count is 1-0. He was hit by a pitch, as we mentioned, the last at-bat.
I don't think he minds taking a pitch to the body there to get on base. He didn't move a whole lot.
A 1-0 pitch, and he ducks behind that one. It's a curveball that did not break. It's inside. The count is 2-0. So Cole Fauser, as we mentioned, the new pitcher, his 3rd appearance of the season, and this is a case of they're going to need some innings from Cole Fauser this year. 2-0 is the pitch, and it's a fastball swinging right through it there, and actually fouling it off is Radloff. Fouled it off in the batter's box there, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, I think they're going to need Fauser to be kind of their workhorse here. Give him as many innings as he possibly can this season.
And otherwise, it's a lot of pitching by committee this year for North Fayette Valley. A lot of guys are going to learn on the mound. 1-1 pitch, and that's over the head of, once again, Radloff, and the count goes to 3-1 now.
Yeah, he really likes that breaking ball.
And it's a slow breaking ball. Fauser not overpowering, as has that medium speed fastball. 3-1 is the count, and that pitch is high and is now ball number 4. Scoreboard said 2-1, but we knew that it was 3-1, and that is a walk. The second walk issued by Fauser, but a 1-out base runner for MFL MarMac here in the second. Parker Keogh having a day already. 2 for 2 from the leadoff spot. Has scored 2 runs, stolen 2 bases. So done his job as a leadoff hitter, the left-handed hitting leadoff hitter for MFL MarMac. Good lead off of first base for Radloff, and Fauser will throw over there, but Radloff back in there, sliding in safe easily underneath the tag. How aggressive do you stay on the base paths if you're MFL MarMac?
Yeah, I think Radloff is a kid that can steal some bases, but when you're up 11 runs, I don't know. You might be a little bit more conservative.
And again, Fauser throws over to first base, but easily back there is, once again, Radloff, as Bodensteiner's tag, again, just a light tag, but by that time, Radloff was working his way back up. as they work to deliver the first pitch to Keel. Keel takes a pitch outside. Count goes to 1-0. Always nice to have your leadoff hitter up back-to-back innings. It's even nicer when it's his third trip to the plate in the second inning.
Yeah, that shows you've had some good results with your lineup.
You've batted twice in the first. 1-0 pitch, takes that pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 2-0. So Fauser, after getting the leadoff hitter Larson out on the first pitch, walked Radloff and falls behind now on Parker Keel. 2-0 is the count. And Fauser from the stretch delivers the 2-0 pitch. It is inside, and turning away is Keel, and the count goes to 3-0 right now.
Yeah, Fauser's struggling with his control just a little bit here this inning.
And that's kind of been the case early this season, so they hope he settles down, continues to work back. 3-0 is the count. Keel squares to bunt, but this is a bluff. He's taking all the way, and a nice pitch by Fauser gets the fastball across the plate, and the count goes to 3-1. So he'll work his way back on Parker Keel. Top of the lineup for the Bulldogs. Radloff, no threat to go yet at first base. 3-1 is the count. And Fauser's 3-1 pitch. It is high. It is ball number 4. Looked like he tried a breaking ball there, but did not get it to break. It is the second walk issued in this inning. The third walk issued by Fauser, and now there's runners on first and second. 1 out here in the top of the second.
Yeah, Bulldogs poised for another big inning here.
Jacob Shellhorn has walked twice and scored twice. So the number 2 hitter is the on-base percentage continues to sparkle this year for Shellhorn. Runners on second and first for the Bulldogs, and again, 1 out. Getting to the heart of their lineup, pitch upstairs, and we know that Shellhorn has a terrific eye at the plate, so he's not going to swing at anything out of the strike zone and takes that pitch for a ball.
Right, yeah, really disciplined hitter here.
And 1-0 is the count. Sun shining bright here. We believe the rain's moved out, but nothing major. It looks actually dry on the field already. 1-0 pitch to Shellhorn, takes that upstairs. The count is 2-0, and Fauser struggling to find the strike zone right now as he kind of resets on the mound.
Yeah, he needs to find some strikes here.
And 2-0 is the count. Bulldogs playing base to base right now, it appears. 2-0. Fauser delivers the 2-0 pitch, and swinging through to Shellhorn, got a piece of it, goes over the backstop area, foul ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So Shellhorn did get a strike to hit that time, chased it anyway.
Yep, I think you're going to see him be aggressive, but he's not going to help the pitcher out. He's going to make sure it's a strike if he's going to take a swing at it here.
2 balls and a strike. Good speed on the base pass with Radloff and Keel, by the way. So 2-1 as Fauser delivers the 2-1 pitch, and it is high. It is ball number 3. 3-1 is now the count. So Fauser takes off his glove and now circles the mound and ready to step back on and battle back, but struggling to find a rhythm after getting the leadoff runner out here in the top of the second inning. 3-1 is the count. The 3-1 pitch to Shellhorn. It is outside. It is ball number 4, and the bases have been walked full here in the top of the second inning. So Radloff to third, Keel to second. Shellhorn has walked 3 times in this ball game. That is the 4th walk issued by Fauser, and Ben Cranbeer, who is 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, and has 3 RBIs, is up to bat with another RBI situation.
Yeah, Fauser just really struggling to find that strike zone here.
And let's see how aggressive Ben Cranbeer will be at the plate. Blitz Benteen on deck. He's the cleanup hitter. 1 out here. Infield stays back. North Fayette Valley just concerned about an out, and Cranbeer slams that into left field. It's a base hit. Scoring from third is Radloff. Keel waved around from second. They cut off the throw. Here's the throw to the plate. He slides in. The ball scoots by the catcher, and everybody else moves up 90 feet. It's a base hit and 2 RBIs for Ben Cranbeer. He has 5 RBIs on the night, and it is 13-0 MFL MarMac in the lead.
Yeah, just nice hard-hit ball between short and third there, and scores 2 runs.
And that brings up Carver Blitz Benteen with the inning continuing and 2 in scoring position right now. So after the leadoff runner retired, MFL MarMac, their first hit of the inning, but you walk the bases loaded and it leads to trouble.
Yeah, we talk about those walks can really come back to bite you.
Blitz Benteen up to bat. The first 4 hitters for MFL MarMac have not been retired in this ball game yet, and they now will all bat 3 times with Blitz Benteen up here for the 3rd time in this game. First pitch, it's a curveball outside, and the count goes to 1-0. So Blitz Benteen hit a 2-run home run in the first inning. At that point, it was 2-0. His home run made it 4-0 with 4 batters up. They would later score 11 in the first inning. And Fauser, with second and third, delivers a pitch and a good cut by Blitz Benteen. A pitch upstairs, but he chased it, and it's up against the backstop. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see him staying aggressive here. Anything that he likes, he's going to take a pretty hefty cut at.
This is an MFL MarMac team that we mentioned earlier. figures to be a little better offensively, and it's shown here in the early going of this ball game. 1-1. Fowler delivers the 1-1 pitch. It's a curveball outside, and the count goes to 2-1. So you can see Fowler at least evened up on the count, could go to that curveball.
Yeah, he really likes that curveball.
So 2-1 is now the count to Blitz Benteen. Homered back in the first inning, up here in the second. He also, of course, walked. And the 1-1 pitch pops it up in the infield. The catcher, Fowler, goes towards the line, halfway up the pitcher, I should say, makes the play, drifts into foul territory, catches it in fair, and makes the play in foul territory. Would have been likely an infield fly anyway, but the out recorded there, they get Blitz Benteen for a big out number 2.
Yeah, huge out there. Hopefully can get out of the inning with only giving up 2 runs. It'd be a huge improvement from that first inning.
And Fowler really was the only one who had a chance to get to that ball. The third baseman Kerr playing deep there.
Yeah, playing deep with Benteen's power. He's playing back at third.
And that brings up Jackson Millage, and Millage tries to check his swing through a curveball, could not hold it back, and he swings halfway through it, and the count is 0-1.
Yeah, and that when Fowler gets that breaking ball, it moves a lot.
Millage 1 for 2, struck out in the first, singled in 2 runs. Back in the first inning as well. 0-1 is the count. Here's an 0-1 slow curveball upstairs. The count is 1-1. And it is a very slow curveball.
It is, but it's got good movement on it.
So the count is a ball and a strike. Still 2 in scoring position for MFL MarMac with 2 on the board here in the second. And the pitch outside to Millage, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. But they've done it, scoring those 2 runs on just 1 hit.
Yep, those walks have really hurt Fowler this inning.
And Shellhorn stands at third, Cranbeer at second base. Millage with the count looking at 2 balls and a strike. And delivers the 2-1 offering, and Millage fists that one into right field. It's a base hit. Hits the edge of the infield, scoots into right field. It's a base hit. Scoring from third is Shellhorn. Cranbeer waved around from third. He'll score standing up as well as the throw cut off in the infield. Jackson Millage has 4 RBIs with a base hit and 2 RBIs. 15-0 now. North Fayette Valley trails.
Yeah, just like you said, fisted that one into right field. Good strength to get that over the second baseman's head.
Ben Gordon is up to bat, and North Fayette Valley going to the mound. They may be thinking about another pitching change here.
Yeah, it looks like it at least going to have a conversation. Oh, yep, bringing in the left fielder maybe.
Yep, so another pitching change becomes the third change for North Fayette Valley in this ball game. 15-0. There's 2 outs here in the second. Bulldogs in command. Back with this pitching change after this.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family could have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams. Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader today.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Congratulations to the class of 2024. People's State Bank would like to celebrate by depositing $100 into a new People's checking account for you. Visit one of their convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa to get your account set up and just mention this ad.
The $100 bonus will be deposited in the account within 7 business days after the account has been active for 3 months. To be considered active, the account must have a minimum of 10 transactions and posted and settled within the first 3 months of the account opening date. No minimum deposit to open account and no balance required to obtain bonus. Offer valid through 7/31/24.
Peoples. Bulldog Tiger Hawk Baseball is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Bacon Concrete in Postville, and Furniture Showcase in Allwine, lighting, showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Welcome back to West Union. MFL MarMac, 11 runs in the first, 4 here in the second. And it's a new pitching change, and again, the third one for North Fayette Valley. Mason Hines becomes the pitcher in the ballgame for, once again, North Fayette Valley. And Hines this year has made 1 appearance. He has thrown an inning and 2/3, allowed a hit, and 5 runs, but none of them earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 2. So again, he's done a pretty solid job, but this for the youngster is once again his second appearance in this ballgame. So that is Mason Hines. And as I say that, Mason Hines actually, it was Nick Hines who's had an appearance. Okay. This is Mason's first appearance on the mound.
Looks like he's got a lively arm out there.
And the first pitch is a fastball outside to Ben Gordon. Gordon tripled and scored, flew out to right field, and there's still 2 outs here with the runner on first base in the second inning. Gordon, a fastball, swings right through it. The count is 1-1. They throw it on to first base, and a good lead by Millage, but he's able to slide back in underneath the tag of Fauser. So Cole Fauser goes to first base, and Ben Bodensteiner moves from first base into left field. So Mason Hines is your pitcher, and this is a freshman. So 2-0 is the count. But you mentioned he got a good arm. Yeah. 2-0 pitch. There's a curveball called strike on the outside, and it's actually a ball and a strike now. A ball and 2 strikes, rather. So 1-2 is the count. The third pitcher for the Tiger Hawks. And there's still a chance for MFL MarMac to add on here. 2-1 pitch. Gordon fouls off a curveball on the outside. The count, a ball and 2 strikes. So, yeah, Hines, out of the 3 pitchers we've seen for North Fayette Valley, a livelier arm.
Yeah, Fauser really relies on that slow breaking ball, so it's probably going to even look faster than it is right now after seeing him.
And here is now the 1-2 pitch. Gordon reaches out for it, but slams it into center field for a base hit. Millage goes to second base. Gordon with his second hit of the ball game. The inning continues. Runners on second and first, and Jaron Willie, the catcher, is the 9th Bulldog to bat here in the top of the second.
Yeah, just nice piece of defensive hitting by Braden Gordon there. Just getting the bat on it, puts it right back up the middle.
Willie doubled in a run as part of that first inning. Lightfoot came into courtesy run for him and would later score. So 2 outs, but again, a good job by Hines. You threw strikes there, and Gordon just a better piece of hitting.
Yeah, Gordon just done a nice job putting it into play.
Second and first, still 2 outs here in the second inning. In a ball game approaching 50 minutes old, and we're just in the second. Fastball outside, backhanded by Stolka, and the count goes to 1-0. So this has become a long couple of innings for North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, MFL's spent a lot of time at the plate here.
And 1-0 is the count. So the 1-0 offering, it's a fastball, bouncing ball. This is towards the shortstop. Rogers, who fields it, cannot come up with it, and it's going to scoot into center field. Waved around from third is Millage. And I know what Rogers was trying to do. He was going to get the ball and flip it to the second baseman, Zerbriggen, but just did not come up with the handle. It'll be a tough error charging on the play.
Yeah, it was a tough hop there, but in 8th grader, it's a tough play. It's one that, I think in a couple of years he probably makes.
And probably makes it with ease.
Yeah, but just, as an 8th grader, a tricky hop right there. Just couldn't quite make that play.
Dustin Larson is up to bat as the Bulldogs bat around here in the second inning. They have scored 5 runs here in the top of the second. Runners on second and first. Larson with a base hit and an RBI and scored. Also flew out to left field. So still 2 outs. Larson takes a curveball outside for a strike. The count is 0-1. So Rogers was reaching over to his left that time. Didn't get the good hop to handle. And Willie will go as a base runner there. Tough error charged on the play, but an error nonetheless. 0-1 is the count. Fastball. Larson hits a high fly ball. Peyton Lofsgaard straight away in center field. Able to take a couple of steps to his left. Camps underneath it and makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. But for the Bulldogs, 5 runs in the inning. They do it on 3 hits. They leave 2. We've played an inning and a half. 16-0. Bulldogs in the lead.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
So we go to the bottom of the second inning with MFL MarMac leading 16-0. Drew Stolka, Josiah Zerbringen, and Ben Bodensteiner to lead things off here in the top of the second inning. So the Bulldogs, 11 in the first, 5 in the second, swinging through a fastball outside, tough to get to. Stolka, and the count is 0-1.
Yeah, probably want to leave that one out there.
Drew Stolka, 4 for 13 on the season. Tiger Hawks down here, and the fastball that is low. The count is 1-1. So Stolka, Zerbringen, Bodensteiner, that will be 5, 6, and 7 in the North Fayette Valley lineup. Just looking for some base runners here. And the 1-0 fastball, 1-1 fastball out of the strike zone. The count is 2-1.
And I think if you're North Fayette Valley, you can go up there looking for fastballs. I think Cranberry's probably just going to pound the strike zone with fastballs.
Yeah, and they're trying to establish him at the strike zone. And here's a bouncing ball. Third baseman was a fastball. Cranberry on the edge of the infield. High throw pulls Larson off the bag, and the ball's going to go by him. An error charged on the play. So safe at first base will be Stolka. He'll advance to second base as the ball gets by the first baseman, Larson. And for the second inning in a row, the Tiger Hawks have the leadoff runner on second base.
Yeah, again, a chance for RBIs for the Tiger Hawks here.
And Josiah Zerbringen is up to bat. So a good job by Stolka putting the ball into play. He will not be courtesy run for. They'll keep him out there on the base paths. And if you're talking pitching totals in this ball game, Everett went a third in an inning for North Fayette Valley, and here's a fastball jams to the right side of the infield. Second baseman sliding down his Radeloff from the backside, fields it, throws to the first baseman Larson. They get out number 1 there. Stolka advances to third base, and a runner moves over 90 feet there on a nice play by Radeloff.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a funny spin on that ball, but Radeloff stayed with it and made the play from his backside.
Ben Bodensteiner, the right fielder, is up to bat. Josiah Zerbringen has done a nice job as a youngster, 2 of 9 in the lineup. Bodensteiner, by the way, is 2 of 12 in the lineup, and he swings right through a fastball there. Getting back to the pitching totals, Everett, 1/3 of an inning, 7 hits, 10 runs, walked 2, struck out 1. Fowler went an inning and a third, 4 hits, 5 runs, walking 4, and striking out nobody. Fastball, and here's a high fly ball drifting down the line, giving chase is Gordon. This is a long way to go. The ball going to fall in there. It's a double, extra bases for Bodensteiner. Gordon gets it in. The ball overshoots the cutoff man in Radeloff, but it's backed up by the shortstop Shellhorn in the middle of the infield. It's a double and an RBI for Ben Bodensteiner, and the Tiger Hawks on the board.
Yeah, a nice piece of hitting there by Bodensteiner, just putting the barrel of the bat on it and kind of using Cranberry's heat to get that ball over the right fielder.
Mason Hines is up to bat with 1 out. Hines, the number 8 spot in the lineup. 0-1 pitch there, takes it high and away. The count is 1-0. So Mason Hines this season has, again, this his first official at-bat, I believe, of the season. 1-1 pitch, takes that pitch, and it's a called strike. And now I believe our count is 1-1.
So is it possible he maybe was on the soccer team? I'm not sure who was.
We mentioned there was one player.
Yeah.
A ball and a strike. And here is now the 1-1 pitch, and it's a fastball and catches the outside corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes. If you're talking about run limits, stuff like that, of course we have the 10-5, but we also have the 15-4. So if you're North Fayette Valley, you want to avoid, if you can, both of them. 1-2 pitch, it's outside. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. But at least at this point, let's try to get it to the 5th.
Yeah, and it's 15 right now, so that run on second could be big.
And 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. 2-2 pitch, it's a fastball missing inside. The count goes to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The good news is, so far, as Cranberry hasn't walked anybody yet, the run he has given up is an unearned run because of the error. But this is the full count he's working to now. 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball. It is high. It is ball number 4. So runners on second and first with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning, and brings up Blake Everett, who started this game as the pitcher, now playing right field. And Everett is up to bat, the number 9 hitter in the lineup.
Yeah, and bottom of the lineup here doing a nice job for NFV. Even the out Zubergen made was a productive out. It got that runner to third base and doing a nice job.
And Peyton Lofsgaard, top of the lineup, waiting on deck. So runners on second and first with still 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Tiger Hawks with 2 on, trying to chip their way back down big here. And the first pitch is a fastball fouled up against the backstop by Everett. The count is 0-1. Everett has had 9 at-bats this year, still looking for his first hit. This is, again, the bottom of the lineup, extremely young for North Fayette Valley. This is not a good conference to be young in, by the way. 0-1 is the count. 0-1 pitch there. It's outside, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. When you're playing experienced teams like Key High, Southwind, MFL MarMac, Turkey Valley, traditionally an older team, ball and a strike is the count. 1-1 pitch outside. The count is 2-1. Cranberry shakes his head as he's struggling with the strike zone right now.
Yeah, he didn't quite find his release point on that one, you could tell.
And they continue, again, to just try to build him up as the season goes on. 2 balls and a strike. And sets for the 2-1 pitch. It's a fastball, and it is upstairs. And the count goes to 3-1. The one thing you don't want to do here, if you are Cranberry, is start giving a bunch of free passes with a big lead.
Right. Pound that strike zone and make especially the bottom of the order beat you here.
And that's what he's having problems with, getting that fastball across. 3-1 pitch, and that fastball is high. It is ball number 4. So back-to-back walks issued, and the base is loaded for North Fayette Valley now here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, those weren't missing by much, but just high enough, and the Tiger Hawks have something going here with the top of their order up.
Peyton Lofsgaard doubled as the one of 2 hits for North Fayette Valley, doubled to lead off the first inning, but was left stranded at second base. So Bodensteiner at third, Hines at second, Everett is at first base. And here is the first pitch to Lofsgaard, and he lines that ball into center field. It's a base hit. One hop by Keel. He'll cut it off. They'll throw it into the infield. Cut off by Shellhorn in the infield, but it's a base hit and an RBI for Peyton Lofsgaard. And the Tiger Hawks have their second run in the inning, and the base is still loaded.
Yeah, still loaded. Peyton Lofsgaard 2 for 2 this game, just showing some senior leadership there.
Kane Rogers, the shortstop, is up to bat. Rogers flew out to center field, so he came first pitch with a fastball there, and Lofsgaard has his second base hit. Only had a hit coming in. We mentioned this. It'll continue to get better as the season goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell he is a nice hitter up there at the top of the order.
And it's now 16-2. MFL MarMac's lead is trimmed after, again, 2 runs on the board for North Fayette Valley here in the bottom of the second. Bases still loaded, and the first pitch is a fastball that is high, and the count goes to 1-0. It appears, at least from up here anyway, Cranberry just not finishing through in his rotation.
Yeah, I was going to say, his miss has been high. When he's thrown a lot of balls, they've been up in the zone.
1-0 pitch there, and that fastball again is high and away. The count is 2-0. So now the question goes, if you're MFL MarMac, how much of a rope does Cranberry have early?
Right. You still got a big lead, and we talked about, they want to build Cranberry's arm strength up. So I think they leave him in for a while yet.
2-0 pitch, fastball on the outside. The count is 2 balls and a strike. Outside pitch that he needed to get, and it's 2 balls and a strike right now. So the base is still loaded with 1 out. 2-1 pitch, another fastball swinging right through it. There's Rogers. He got the first pitch on the outside, brought that one back inside, and it's evened up. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Cranberry trying to get out of a jam in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 pitch, fastball reaching out for it is Rogers. It is strikeout number 3 by Cranberry and a big out number 2 here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, a big strikeout there by Cranberry after allowing a double, 2 walks, and a single, and now a big strikeout there.
And again, that will bring up the 3-hitter in Kenny Kerr. A strikeout victim his last at-bat. And the pitch there is a fastball. Tried to check his swing. I wonder if they'll appeal that, but they will not. And the count goes to 1-0. So a fastball that was high, they do appeal it now, but not. The second base umpire says, nope, he did not go. Tough angle for our umpire because, remember, he's on the left side of the pitcher's mound right now.
Right.
And here is the fastball. Kerr, foul ball down the right field line. Larson gives chase. That should make it up against the fence area out of reach, and it does, as Gordon able to pick it up about halfway down the line, but a foul ball. Larson actually picks it up. Brings it back into the infield. The count evened up at 1-1.
Yeah, a lot of foul ground there, so it did stay in the park, but too much ground to cover there for Larson.
This is, of course, always a great-looking park. Again, the way it's laid out here, and they continue to add to it with the press box, this new press box that we're broadcasting from, getting its debut for us. 1-1 pitch, fastball upstairs. The count goes to 2-1. So runner at third base in Hines. Everett at second, Lofsgaard at first base. Kenny Kerr, the 3-hitter up for North Fayette Valley, looking at a 2-1 count. 2-1 pitch, swinging through it, getting a piece of it actually is Kerr. And it's evened up, 2 balls, 2 strikes, deuces wild with 2 outs.
It'll be another big spot, see if Cranberry can get another strikeout here.
And we're keeping an eye on the pitch total for Cranberry because they're adding up here in the second, aren't they?
Yeah, only 14 the first inning, but A few more here this inning.
That's what you'd love to keep it at, 13 or 14. 2-2 pitch, bouncing ball, third baseman able to glove it there is Cranbeer. He'll turn, step on the base, and the third out of the inning recorded there on the force out. But for North Fayette Valley, they pick up 2 runs in the inning. They do it on 2 hits. They leave the bases loaded. We've played 2 innings now. It is 16-2 NFV in trailing MFL MarMac.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Walk-On, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Baseball is brought to you in part by Elgin State Bank of Elgin and Wadena, member FDIC. Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business, Crop Farm and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Canarcor Flood Covering in Monona, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, and by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. So we go to the top of the third inning. MFL MarMac in control, 16-2, but North Fayette Valley scores a couple of runs in the bottom of the second inning, and they leave the bases loaded. So the Tiger Hawks continue to work, and MFL MarMac scored 11 in the first, 5 in the second, and they will send up once again here 9, 1, and 2, and that will be Bryce Radeloff followed by Parker Keel and Jacob Shellhorn. We mentioned Radeloff, just like having a second leadoff hitter from the number 9 spot. He has been hit by a pitch and walked and scored twice. Takes a swing through a fastball there. The count is 0-1. But the big thing is now Mason Hines looking good on the mound, the young freshman.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. Limited batters he's faced, but he's done a nice job so far.
0-1 pitch, it's outside, and the count goes now to a ball and a strike. MFL MarMac scored 11 runs on 9 hits in the first inning. Then in the second inning, they scored 5 runs, and they did it there on a total of 3 hits. So that pitch is outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. So leading things off here, Radeloff for MFL MarMac. Top of the third inning is all we're at right now in a game that is already over an hour. Pitch outside, and the count goes to 3-1. We haven't had a quick 1-2-3 inning yet, have we?
No, close for bottom of the first, but no.
And again, the 3-1 is the count. 3-1 pitch, swinging through it, bouncing ball up the third base side there, hit by Radeloff in front of it, and it's foul. And the count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, nice play by Coach Gordon in the coach's box over there.
So full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Radeloff. And the 3-2 pitch, and taking the pitch low for ball number 4 is Radeloff. So Radeloff yet to put the ball into play, but again, he has reached base now all 3 times.
Yeah, just like Shellhorn in the 2 spot there.
And that is the first walk issued by Mason Hines. It is, however, the 7th walk issued by North Fayette Valley pitchers, which is concerning.
Yeah, it's starting to add up.
Parker Keel up to bat. Keel is 2 for 2. He has reached base 3 times, scored 3 runs. Takes the pitch inside, has to get out of the way of that one, and it hit him. Could not duck it. He'll wear it. And back-to-back base runners on for MFL MarMac here as the merry-go-round continues on the base paths.
Yeah, we're talking about what a nice job Mason Hines did that other inning, and struggling a little bit now with this inning.
Jacob Shellhorn up to bat. He has been on base 3 times. He has walked 3 times, by the way, and scored 3 runs. So the table setters have done their job. Keel about halfway between first and second on a pitch outside. The count is 1-0. He's not being held at first base. They are holding the runner at second base the best they can with Zerbruggen. and holding the runner on there at second base in Radeloff. At least staying close enough to let him know I'm thinking about you. 1-0 pitch. Shellhorn hits a bouncing ball up the first base line, and it hits the lip of the grass there on the outside of the baseline, almost kicked back into fair territory, but it stays in foul up the line, and the count goes to a ball and a strike.
Yeah, I thought maybe that was going to kick back into fair territory, but it did stay out there.
And Shellhorn was hustling from the moment he hit the ball, so if it was going to roll fair, you could have had an interesting play at first base. A ball and a strike, because that ball was not going fast down the line at all.
Right.
And that's the reason why it didn't kick back fair. 1-1 pitch. Shellhorn takes it. It is low, and the count goes to 2-1. So second and first with nobody out. Oh, actually, correction. Yes, nobody out here in the top of the third inning. Scoreboard says there's an out, but they must be thinking ahead.
Hopeful.
2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch, and Shellhorn takes it inside. The count is 3-1. As we said, this kid's got a good eye at the strike zone.
All right, and maybe you kind of see why his average is a little down, but his on-base percentage is up. He takes a lot of walks.
3 balls and a strike. And here is now your 3-1 offering, and Shellhorn swings right through it. Nice delivery by Hines. Fastball in the inside. Count goes to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, nice change of location there by Hines.
Second and first for MFL MarMac here. Hines continuing to work from the stretch with the count at 3-2. 3-2 offering, and a slow bouncing ball reaching out for it was Shellhorn. And again, that'll head to Coach Gordon in the third base box for MFL MarMac. We'll do it again with a full count.
Yeah, a little bit of a late decision by Shellhorn, but manages to fight it off there.
In a tighter ball game, you may see MFL MarMac still being aggressive on the base paths. Not the case right now.
Right, yeah, I think if it was close, you might send him here, but
3 balls, 2 strikes. Shellhorn reaches out for it, slaps it into shallow right field. Everett on the run, calls for it, makes the play for out number 1. So a good jump on the ball by Everett, able to make the play. Everybody stays put, and that's out number 1. Shellhorn retired for the first time in this game.
Yeah, nice job by Hines there to retire Shellhorn. Yeah, he had gotten on base all 3 times before that at bat.
Ben Cranbeer is up to bat, and all he has done is been up to bat 3 times and has 3 hits, and he also has a total of 5 RBIs in this ballgame. He drove in 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second. Here's another RBI opportunity. Curveball outside. The count goes to 1-0.
And he's hit it hard all 3 times as well.
So Ben Cranbeer came into tonight's ball game with a pretty good average for MFL MarMac. 11 hits coming in, and he's added to that. So the average continues to climb. 1-0 pitch, and he lines that down the left field line, out of the reach of the third baseman Kerr on the inside. Scoring from second base will be Radeloff. They'll wave around Keel all the way from first. He'll score standing up. Ben Cranbeer is 4 for 4, and get this, has 7 RBIs in the ball game now.
That's a season for some kids.
So he has added on to the totals, and it's now 18-2. MFL MarMac in the lead here in the top of the third inning. So they have answered the 2 runs for North Fayette Valley with 2 of their own here in the top of the third.
And it's starting to look like between Cranbeer and Blitz Benteen, they've got a little bit of power in that 3-4 spots.
So Ben Cranbeer with 3 singles and a double. And every time up, he has driven in a run. So Carver Blitz Benteen is 1 for 2. With a 2-run home run in the first inning, which may have set the tone for the night. Takes a fastball inside. The count is 1-0. Blitz Benteen also walked and popped out back to the pitcher in the second inning. So this is the 5th Bulldog to bat after they batted around in the first and sent 9 to the plate in the second. 1-0 pitch. Blitz Benteen takes it outside, and they're going to give him the call to strike on the corner, and it goes to 1-1. Our home plate umpire gave it a long look, said, why not? Close enough. So evened up at a ball and a strike. You have a Cranbeer at second base. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 pitch, curveball upstairs. The count is 2-1. If you're talking about that golf swing coming into baseball, no problem with Ben Cranbeer with that, was it?
No, and Coach Youngblood always told me that was a big myth. I know some people disagree with him, but he thought if you can hit a golf ball, you can hit a baseball just fine.
2-1 pitch, and Blitz Benteen turns on it, hits a foul ball that will hook well foul down the left field line, way in front of that. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Blitz Benteen, good beat on that one, but a little too quick.
Yeah, he, again, got the barrel on that and gave it a ride. Just happened to be foul, but high into the trees in the foul territory over there.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 is the count with 1 out. And here from the stretch is, once again, Hines. A 2-2 pitch that is upstairs. The count goes to full 3-2. And then a throwback to Stolka pulls the pitcher off the mound in Hines, and he's able to catch it, and that ball was backed up by the second baseman had that ball scooted by. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't make your pitcher work any harder than he has to. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It is inside. It is ball number 4. So Blitz Benteen walks for the second time. That is the second walk issued by Hines. And there's 2 on with 1 out here in the top of the third. And Jackson Millage is up to bat. Millage is 2 for 3, strikeout in the first, but he has singled his last 2 at-bats. He has driven in 4 runs in this ball game tonight. So he up to bat with 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Takes that pitch downstairs. The count is 1-0. So Hines falling behind a little more here in this third inning.
Right, yeah. He did a nice job throwing strikes previous inning, but struggling a little bit more this inning.
So Jackson Millage up to bat here, the 6-hitter in the lineup. 1-0 pitch and hits a bouncing ball that is foul. And again, Coach Gordon getting a workout in the third base coach's box as he barehands that one and flips it back in, and the ball scoots by the pitcher.
Yeah, he's making some nice plays over there.
And 1-1 is now the count. So the sun shining bright here tonight in West Union. Turned out to be a beautiful night. Humidity a little higher than we like, but that's all right. Ball and a strike. Here is now the 1-1 pitch, and it's a curveball that breaks away high outside, and the count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, we live in Iowa. We got to expect that humidity, I think.
Once we get over Memorial Day there, get to summer, even though it's not officially summer yet, it is summer-like tonight. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch to Millage. Late swing, and the inside got a piece of it, fouls it back, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, nice hefty cut there by Millage.
You know, North Fayette Valley at this point probably has to go to another pitcher at some point here with the pitch count for Hines.
Yeah, that's he's adding to it this inning for sure.
2-2 pitch, late swing there by Millage, cannot get to it. It is strikeout number 1 recorded by Hines, and it's out number 2 here in the second.
Yeah, Millage not happy with himself, but a nice pitch there by Hines.
Yeah, some indecision on that swing on the inside by Millage leads to the strikeout. Ben Gordon is up to bat. Gordon, the 6-hitter actually in the lineup. Millage bats 5th. Gordon is 2 for 3 with a triple and a run scored, flew out to right field, and singled. 2 outs, curveball upstairs, and that ball unable to get to it is Stolka. That'll be a wild pitch. Cranberry advances to third, Blitz Benteen to second base, 2 in scoring position for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, a chance for Gordon to get a couple RBIs of his own here.
And we mentioned that MFL MarMac has scored 18 runs, but they've left 2 runners on in the first and the second inning, and they have 2 runners on here in the third with 2 outs. So leaving a small village on the base pass. That ball lined down the left field line, foul. In foul territory was Cranberry. He had to duck it. And way in front of that one is Gordon, and the count is a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and Coach Gordon couldn't quite make the play on that one. That was a hot shot at him there.
1-1 is the count. Good speed on the base pass for MFL MarMac. 1-1 offering to Gordon. 1-1 pitch, it's outside, and a nice backhand by Stolka. Stolka just saved a run because that ball was outside. And he was able to backhand it going into the left-handed batter's box.
Yeah, he's done that a number of times tonight.
2 balls and a strike is the count. Working still from the stretch is Hines. 2-1 pitch and a late swing by Gordon. Hits a fly ball. It's slicing down the right field line. This is a long way for Everett to go, and that will make it out of play down the right field line, and it's evened up at 2-2.
A big chance for Hines to get out of the inning here.
And this is for the Bulldogs, this is the 7th batter to bat this inning, as they sent up 16 in the first inning, then 9 in the second inning. And it's led to an 18-2 lead. They have 18 runs in this ball game, and they also have a total of just 13 hits. So they have put the ball into play well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Gordon lifts a high fly ball. This is to right center field. Lofsgaard on the run, makes it play there in right center field, tracks it down in the alley to rob Gordon of extra bases. Good senior move there by Lofsgaard. That experience in center field helps, and the Bulldogs strand 2, but they pick up 2 runs. They do it on a hit. They leave 2. We've played 2.5, and it is 18-2, MFL MarMac in the lead. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Top Gun Customs knows you can fill the deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize buck, pull up to the stoplight at Top Gun in Garnavillo. That's it. Bob and his technicians have been repairing vehicles for over 45 years. We write the estimates, take the photos, and deal with the insurance company for you to ensure your vehicle is repaired quickly and, most importantly, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun to schedule your repair today. 563-964-9899.
So we go here now to the bottom of the third inning. MFL MarMac in control, 18 runs, 14 hits. They've committed one error rather. And for North Fayette Valley, 2 runs, 3 hits in this ball game. And North Fayette Valley has not committed an error here, correct?
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Cole Fauser leads things off, takes the pitch inside. The count is 1-0.
A lot of hits and walks for the Bulldogs.
Cole Fauser, Drew Stolka, Josiah Zerbringen, 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup, and that ball fouled over the backstop, 1-1. Fauser, a strikeout victim in the first inning, I should say. MFL MarMac scored 11 runs in the first, 5 in the second, 2 in the third. North Fayette Valley scoring 2 in the bottom half of the second. 1-1 pitch, it's upstairs. The count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Nick Cranbeer now in his third inning of work for MFL MarMac. He has walked a couple of batters in this game, has struck out 3. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch, fastball, and gets the outside corner, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's no doubt that Cranbeer has an electric arm.
Yeah, and I think, again, this is just building up his arm strength, trying to develop him for later in the season.
2-2 pitch and a good job by Fauser. Tempted on the outside fastball that was high and away. Count goes to full right now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Cranbeer trying to get the leadoff hitter out here. 3-2 pitch. Swinging through it is Fauser. Strikeout number 4 by Cranbeer, and it's out number 1 here in the bottom of the third.
Yep, nice job by Cranbeer. Just throwing heat, throwing as hard as he can right down the strike zone there.
Drew Stolka is the number 5 hitter up for North Fayette Valley. Safe on an error in the second inning. He scored the first Tiger Hawk run as he scored on a double by Ben Bodensteiner, and Bodensteiner would later come to score the second run. First pitch there, fastball, high pop-up, and a major league pop-up, and the pitcher calling for it, Cranbeer, comes in just off the edge of the circle towards home plate, calls for it, camps it down underneath it there, and makes the play for out number 2. He's not even going to throw the ball around the horn.
Nope, he's just going to keep that thing. It just had to basically walk down the mound, and he was right there.
And Stolka pops out for out number 2. Josiah Zerbringen is now up to bat. Zerbringen bounced out to second. It was a job, though, that he moved the runner over, takes that pitch inside. The count is 1-0. It was a productive at-bat.
Exactly, yeah. He moved him to third, and eventually that run did get in.
So 0-1 is the count. And actually 1-0 is the count. There's a fastball, and that's called on the strike on the outside. Scoreboard says it's 0-2, but I believe the first pitch was called a strike, so it is 0-2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, first pitch was called a strike. So 0-2 to Zerbringen. And Cranbeer trying to get a 1-2-3 inning, curveball that does not break, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. That's the other thing about Cranbeer. You get ahead, you can mess around.
Yeah, and I think he's going to primarily throw that fastball, but mix in your breaking ball once in a while.
1-2 pitch, swinging right through it is Zerbringen. Strikeout number 5 by Cranbeer, and this is our first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. Tiger Hawks go down in order. We've played 3, 18-2, MFL MarMac in the lead.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Baseball is brought to you in part by Bank First in West Union, helping you save time and money. Member FDIC. West Union Motor Sales and Service. Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. And Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. So we now go to the top of the fourth inning, a pitching change for North Fayette Valley as Mason Hines has been replaced, and it will be Kane Rogers coming in. I believe that Hines goes to, or actually Blake Everett goes to shortstop. Yep. Hines goes back to left field, I believe, for North Fayette Valley, and the new pitcher is once again on the mound there in number 7 rather, in Kane Rogers. Yep. Yeah, number 2 was Everett. He's out in left field. So Kane Rogers becomes the fourth pitcher of the ball game. This is his second appearance, and he has went 2 innings, allowed 4 hits, 5 runs, but only 2 of them earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 3. So Rogers there, more strikeouts than walks. That's a positive.
Yeah, and again, we talked about pitching by committee, especially with a lot of these young kids. Get them all experience, and it's going to pay dividends down the road, I think, for North Fayette Valley.
And Hines goes an inning and a third. And leading things off here, we've got a number of subs that are coming into the ball game now as North Fayette Valley with a big lead. Number 14 coming up to bat is Brady Welsh. So Brady Welsh, and this would just, I would think, be pinch hitting here. Brady Welsh is up to bat to lead things off, and then you have Dustin Larson and Bryce Radloff due up here in the top of the fourth inning. North Fayette Valley trailing by 16. Remember, 15-run rule through 4. So MFL MarMac leads, and I believe we've got another sub ready to on the on-deck show. And swinging through it is Welsh, and the count is now 1-1.
Brent Rowe would be on deck, it looks like.
All right. Brady Welsh, by the way, is 1 for 3 batting-wise this year. So he's had a couple of at-bats. 1-1 is the count. And the 1-1 pitch, it's outside, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. So the pitching line on Hines went an inning and 2/3 and gave up a total of 2 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 1, but did give up 3 runs in those innings. Pitched downstairs, and the count goes to 3-1. So Kane Rogers, another youthful arm out there for North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, I think they're going to need to rely on a lot of kids to throw innings for them this year.
3 balls and a strike, and Rogers delivers the 3-1 pitch. It is outside. It is ball number 4. So Brady Welsh walks and leads things off here in the top of the fourth inning. Dustin Larson is due up, but you mentioned they are going to make a change, and number 38, Brent Rowe, is a sophomore, and I believe this will be Brent's first at-bat of the season. So Rowe, and I would think these guys would re-enter because Welsh was hitting for the catcher, Willie. There's a pitch, curveball for a strike on the outside, and the count is 0-1. I would think that Willie Larson would likely be re-entering.
Yeah, you would think at least Willie at the catcher spot.
0-1 is the count, with the runner at first base in Welsh playing base to base. Pitch swinging through it. Good cut there by Rowe, but does not get to it, and the count is 0-2. So Kane Rogers getting ahead on the count.
Yeah, after issuing that first a walk, going for the strikeout here.
Yeah, they've issued a few too many walks in this ball game. 9 walks have been issued in this game by North Fayette Valley pitchers. Pitch swinging through the inside. Pitch there is Rowe. Goes down swinging. It is strikeout number 1, recorded there by once again Rogers, and it is out number 1 here in the top of the fourth.
Yep, nice job coming back from that walk.
So Kane Rogers, again, the pitcher now, as we mentioned, Blake Everett went to shortstop.
Yep.
And back out to left field is Ben Bodensteiner still out there. And here's a pitch that is inside. The count is 1-0. So now up to bat is number 17.
Cade Humble.
Yep, and Humble is 0 for 2. So this will be Humble's third at-bat. Becomes the third pinch hitter in a row. Chance to get these kids in. 1-0 is the count. Short lead at first base by Welsh, and that ball fouled up against the backstop, and it goes to a ball and a strike. If you're talking about North Fayette Valley trying to keep this game alive, the Lefts score will stop from MFL MarMac from scoring here and score 2 runs in the bottom of the fourth, and they will send up the bottom of the lineup with Bodensteiner, Hines, and Everett due up in the bottom of the fourth inning.
And those guys did a nice job in the second inning.
1-1 pitch, called strike on the outside. The count is 1-2. Yeah, they helped kind of manufacture those 2 runs for North Fayette Valley. 7, 8, 9 hitters all reached.
Yeah. Yep.
A ball and 2 strikes.
not being held at first is Welsh, and he's only a couple of steps off the bag. There is no threat to go, especially with this lead. 1-2 pitch, bouncing ball, slow roller. Shortstop charging it there is, once again, at second base is Everett. Flips it to second base. They'll get the force out there. They try to turn two. Zerbergen's throw not in time to the first baseman, Fauser. Good hustle down the line by Humble. He's out on the fielder's choice. Welsh retired at second base for out number 2. And that will bring up the top of the lineup here. Parker Keel is due up, but they will go to the bench once again, and Carter Lightfoot, who is the courtesy runner. So Carter Lightfoot will be the 4th bat in a row. I love what Coach Gordon doing here. You got a big lead. You got a chance to get some kids in the ball game here, get them some at-bats. Some of the kids that maybe don't get to see the regular playing time.
Absolutely, yeah. Get them some at-bats. That could pay dividends down the road as well.
Well, a kid like Lightfoot, we know that he gets the experience as a courtesy runner, but you may need him as a bat
exactly
as the season goes on.
You know, God forbid you get an injury or something, or a kid is sick, you may need him.
Well, we mentioned that's what happened last year at MFL MarMac.
Yep.
They had an injury to Carver Blitz Benteen, and it kind of changed the season how they had to handle things. So 2 outs. Lightfoot is up to bat, swings right through a pitch in the dirt. The count is 0-1. He replaces Parker Keel, and all Keel did in this ball game was go 2 for 2, reach base a total of 4 times, and scored 4 runs. So the leadoff hitter did his job. 0-1 is the count. Rogers, the 0-1 pitch, swinging through it. There's Lightfoot, actually got a piece of it, and they call a foul ball, and the count goes to 0-2. So now at first base is Humble, as the Bulldogs, for the first time tonight, may not score with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning, and that'd be fine with North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, that's be some progress for him.
0-2 is the count. The 0-2 pitch, tried a curveball there, didn't break for him, stayed upstairs, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So again, you get ahead on the count, you can work with things.
Right, you can move the ball around. You don't have to throw it right down the middle.
1 ball and 2 strikes. So Lightfoot takes the leadoff spot of the lineup. 1-2 pitch, swings right through a high fastball. Strikeout number 2, recorded there by Rogers in relief. And MFL MarMac goes down quietly in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits. They leave a runner. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Tiger Hawks need 2 to keep the game going. Let's take this time out.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you're in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk On.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Alameda Clayton REC provides more than just energy. They also provide ideas to help keep you safe. Nearly 2 in 5 U.S. homeowners will put themselves and others at risk this year by digging without calling 811 beforehand. Always contact 811 before digging to avoid service disruptions caused by damaged buried utilities. At Alameda Clayton REC, they care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connection. Alameda Clayton REC, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 18-2. It is MFL MarMac in the lead. Ben Bodensteiner, Mason Hines, Blake Everett, 7, 8, and 9 to lead things off for the Tiger Hawks here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Some changes. Humble stays into the ball game for MFL MarMac. Cade Humble will take over at second base. Larson re-enters the game at first base. Parker Keel re-enters the game in center field, and also re-entering the ball game as well there was Radloff at second base. So our correction, Radloff's been replaced at second base. Larson and Willie
stays,
re-enter the game. So Ben Bodensteiner doubled in a run back in the 2nd inning, takes a pitch outside. The count is 1-0. Nick Cranberry trying to get 3 outs and get MFL MarMac to 5-0 in the conference. Fastball downstairs, and the count goes to 2-0. So let's see if Cranberry gets into a little trouble here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, if that changes MFL MarMac's thinking a bit on the mound. 2-0 pitch, it's outside. The count is 3-0, falls behind on Bodensteiner.
Yeah, the bottom of the orders did a nice job the first time for NFE as well.
He walked Hines and Everett, the 8-9 hitter, so he has had some problems with the bottom of the lineup the first trip through. So here is now the 3-0 pitch. It is outside. It is ball number 4, and they were way off the mark on all 4 of those pitches.
Yeah.
Third walk issued by Cranbeer. Leadoff runner on for North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, you don't want to get too careless here. You just kind of want to finish this off if you're the Bulldogs.
Yeah, if you're the Bulldogs, you want to get out of this ball game here in 4 innings. You want to save arms. You want to save pitches. You've got a busy week. Both these teams play tomorrow night. And here's a pitch that is in the dirt, and getting out of the way is Hines, and a nice block down by Willie behind the plate. But that ball was in the dirt. 5 balls in a row throwing. Hines walked back in the second inning. Likely taking a strike here, huh?
Yeah, I would think. Cranberry's got to refocus here.
1-0 is the count. And here in the bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 pitch. It's a fastball away. The count is 2-0. And this is what's kind of happened to Cranberry. Just loses that strike zone once in a while.
Yep, can't find that release point.
2-0 is the count. And again, he'll work here with the 2-0 offering, and that pitch is low. Scoots by the catcher, Willie, and that will put Bodensteiner over to second base. So that will be a wild pitch that bounced in the dirt. And a runner in scoring position for North Fayette Valley. 3-0 is the count, though, to Hines.
Yeah, I think 7 straight balls to start this inning. I think if you're North Fayette Valley, you wait until he throws a strike.
Yeah, and none of them have been borderline. I mean, they have been way high or that one way low. So 3-0 is the count as Cranbeer works from the stretch. Here is now the 3-0 pitch, fastball, and that's a called strike. Starting to head towards first base was Hines, but it caught the top part of the strike zone. 3-1 is the count as Cranbeer needing a strike. It needs a couple of more. 3-1 is the count. Delivers the 3-1 pitch. It's a swinging inside pitch there to Hines. Couldn't get to it. It was a low fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Probably close enough to go after.
Yeah, might have swung at ball 4, but it was close.
3 balls and 2 strikes as Cranbeer tries to battle back. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball. It is high. It is ball number 4. So the 4th walk issued by Cranbeer. Second time he has walked Hines. The first 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Blake Everett is up to bat, the number 9 hitter.
Yeah, bottom of the order producing again for the Tiger Hawks.
Everett walked back in the 2nd inning, so this is the bottom part of the lineup. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters haven't been retired out for North Fayette Valley in this game. First pitch there, swinging right through it is Everett. He was aggressive. The count is 0-1. When you're talking about a pitcher like Cranbeer, and as we mentioned, had the late spring, him and Ben did, as they went to state in golf. 0-1 is the count, and that pitch is a pitch that's a called strike on the outside. The count is 0-2. But, again, this is good work for him.
Yeah, just, again, building that arm up, and they're going to need him at the end of the year.
0-2 is the count. Here is now the 0-2 pitch. Fastball swinging right through it is Everett. Strikeout number 6 recorded by Cranbeer, and it's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Brings up Peyton Lofsgaard. Lofsgaard has 2 of the 3 hits for North Fayette Valley. He doubled in the 1st inning, singled in a run in the 2nd.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job at the top of the order for him tonight.
One of 2 seniors for North Fayette Valley. Very young Tiger Hawk team. First pitch there is a fastball, and that pitch misses low. It's a called strike. The count is 0-1. Got ahead of our home plate umpire. So Cranbeer now finding the strike zone a little better. 0-1 is the count. And delivers with the leg kick. 1-0 pitch. It's actually 0-1 pitch inside, and it's a ball and a strike. Bodensteiner at second. Hines over at first base. And Keen Rogers is waiting on deck, the number 2 hitter. A ball and a strike right now. And here is now the 1-1 pitch from Cranbeer, and Lofsgaard slices that one down the right field line. Well, foul behind on the pitch. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Cranbeer still throwing hard.
If you get a left-hander like Cranbeer on track where he's throwing strikes, what an advantage that is, no matter who you're playing. A ball and 2 strikes, 1-2 pitch, and Lofsgaard fists it. This is a Shellhorn going back for it. Coming in from left field is going to be Millage. It falls in front of him. It's a base hit, and the bases are now loaded. Millage, by the way, has been replaced in left field, as I believe that was Kyler Nearing in left field, who was able to get it on a hop. But Lofsgaard has 3 hits in this ball game. He's 3 for 3, and the base is loaded right now for North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, he's done a tremendous job as a leadoff hitter here.
Kane Rogers is up to bat. Rogers is 0 for 2. Flew out to center field, and a strikeout victim takes this pitch inside. It scoots by the catcher, Willie, and scoring from third, standing up now here, is Bodensteiner. So it's 18-3 now, and North Fayette Valley a run away from keeping this game go to the 5th inning.
Yeah, and runner at third base with only 1 out.
And a wild pitch, the second wild pitch of the inning from Cranbeer. Boy, that ball just fisted by Lofsgaard into left field.
Yeah, just use his strength to get it into some green grass out there.
Kane Rogers is 0 for 2. Fastball upstairs, and the count goes to 2-0. So it's 18-3 now here. We have a 15-run rule in effect after 4 innings. So North Fayette Valley trying to get this game to the 5th if they can. And the 2-0 pitch, it is high. It is ball number 3, and this has become a tough inning right now for Nick Cranbeer.
Yeah, struggling a little bit other than the number 9 hitter he took care of pretty easily. But other than that, he struggled a little bit this inning.
3-0 is the count. 3-0 pitch. It is high. It is outside. It is ball number 4. And the bases are loaded for North Fayette Valley with 1 out. The 5th walk issued by Cranbeer. So Hines is at third. Lofsgaard at second. Rogers reaching base for the first time after being 0 for 2 in this ball game. And Kenny Kerr is up to bat, and time taken here by Shellhorn, along with catcher Jaron Willie as they come to talk to their pitcher. And now Coach Gordon coming in here as well, and I'm not so sure we don't have a pitching change coming.
Yeah, he might want to, if Cranbeer maybe is done, he might want to finish this off here.
And chance to get out of here in 4 innings. He may just check to see how Cranbeer is feeling, as this is a tough choice here for Coach Gordon to make, because you got the big lead. You want to see him continue to get out of this inning if you can, but you also want to get out of here, and he's going to stay with him.
Right, yeah, I think you probably do stay with him here, but yeah, you definitely want to get out of here if you can.
And the only question is, how much rope do you give him here?
Right, yeah, maybe a batter or 2 yet, and you don't want to see this get below 10 for sure.
Yeah, that's the problem. If North Fayette Valley starts to put together a big inning here and makes it a ball game. But Kenny Kerr up to bat. Kerr is 0 for 2, a strikeout victim in the first, and hit into a fielder's choice in the second. Bases are still loaded for North Fayette Valley. Fastball there, and it's outside, and the count is 1-0. This makes it tough to broadcast sometimes when you've got a lot of pitches adding up for a guy. And a laboring 4th inning. 1-0 pitch, fastball to Kerr, and that misses low, and the count is 2-0. And I think he was a bit surprised by that one.
Yeah, that one was close. That was one of his better pitches this inning.
But again, this doesn't make things any easier for your home plate umpire when you're all over the place.
Right, yeah.
2-0 pitch, fastball. Kerr fouls it up against the backstop. The count is 2-1. Tough to get that consistent strike when you're all over the place.
Yeah, the umpires get a rhythm as well. So
yeah, absolutely. And the umpires looking to call strikes, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they want to.
2 balls and a strike. Try not to make it last any longer than you have to. 2-1 pitch. Bouncing ball goes by the pitcher there in Cranbeer. It's picked up by Shellhorn. They try to turn 2, and they do! A double play to end it. The ball went by the pitcher, Nick Cranbeer. Shellhorn fields it almost on top of second base. Steps on the bag for 1. Throws it on over to the first baseman Larson, and a double play ends it for North Fayette Valley here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And MFL MarMac stays undefeated in the conference. An impressive showing. They defeat North Fayette Valley by a final score of 18-2. With the win, MFL MarMac 9-2, 5-0 in the conference. North Fayette Valley drops to 0-6, 0-5 in the conference. We'll take a break. For North Fayette Valley in the bottom of the 4th, a run. They do it on a hit, but they leave 2. And the final score, 18-2. Back with the totals in postgame after this.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Baseball is brought to you in part by Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by Kay in Monona, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com.
18-3, that's your final score. It is MFL MarMac victorious over North Fayette Valley Tiger Hawks. And gave up 11 runs in the top of the first inning. That set the tone. MFL MarMac scored 5 in the second, 2 in the third. They did not score in the fourth. North Fayette Valley scored 2 in the bottom of the second, 1 in the bottom of the fourth. Had the bases loaded and a chance to try to extend the game, but hit into a double play to end it. Nick Cranbeer is your winning pitcher. 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, walked 5, and struck out 6 there. Again, that's the good news. He made it through 4 innings and struggled a little bit, but some positive.
Yeah, I think, like we said, he got a late start in the season. I think still building him up a little bit, and good game for that. Never really were threatened with losing this game, and he was able to just get out there and throw hard and build his arm up a little bit.
And it is Blake Everett taking the loss for North Fayette Valley. Everett went a third of an inning, 7 hits, 10 runs, walked 2, struck out 1. Cole Fauser came in an inning and a third, 4 hits, 5 runs, walking 4, striking out nobody. Mason Hines an inning and a third, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, struck out 1. And Kane Rogers finished things off, 1 inning, no hit, no runs. 1 base on ball and 2 strikeouts in this ball game for Rogers. Hines and Rogers certainly did a nice job coming in.
Yeah, and then I think they're going to have to this year, those young guys. And the more experience they get, the better off they're going to be down the road here.
Let's go to the totals. First off for MFL MarMac. Parker Keel, 2 for 2, scored 4 runs. He was on base all 4 times. Lightfoot came in to pinch hit. He was 0 for 1. Jacob Shellhorn, 0 for 1, but scored 3 runs. He walked 3 times. Ben Cranbeer, 4 for 4. Had 7 RBIs in this ball game. He also had a double. Carver Blitzbentine, 1 for 2 in this ball game, hit a 2-run home run. Jackson Millage, 2 for 4 with a run scored, drove in 4 runs. Ben Gordon was 2 for 4 with a triple and scored a run. Jaron Willie was 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Dustin Larson in this ball game was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Bryce Radeloff actually reached base 3 times, hit by a pitch and walked twice. He scored 3 runs from the number 9 spot. Welsh, Rowe, and Humble all came in to pinch hit. Rowe was 0 for 1, Humble 0 for 1. Welsh walked in his pinch hitting attempt, and Lightfoot, as we mentioned, was 0 for 1. There's the totals for MFL MarMac. For North Fayette Valley, Peyton Lovesgard had 3 of their 4 hits, 3 for 3 with an RBI, doing the job that a leadoff hitter should with a double.
Yeah, absolutely. He did a great job being a senior, top the order. And just need those young guys to grow up, and it'll happen.
Kane Rogers 0 for 2, Kenny Kerr 0 for 3, Cole Fauser 0 for 2, Drew Stokel 0 for 2, scored a run, Josiah Zerbriggen 0 for 2, Ben Bodensteiner 1 for 1, scored 2 runs, scored 2 of the 3 runs, had a double and an RBI. Mason Hines, no official at bat, he walked twice. Blake Everett was 0 for 1 in this ball game and also walked. Again, our final score 18-3, MFL MarMac victorious. A quick break. We'll talk with the coaches from North Fayette Valley and MFL MarMac right after this.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family could have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams. Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader today.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Welcome back once again to West Union. Post-game show continues. We're joined by North Fayette Valley baseball coach Dan Hovden. And, Coach, first off, a young team facing an experienced team. This is part of the learning curve.
Yeah, I think it's the first time that we kind of stepped on the field and kind of felt like, oh, we're playing a really good team today. And we kind of played a little bit nervous and a little bit quiet. And maybe coming off a 3-day non-game weekend was their first experience at that too. So, growing pains.
All right, so let's talk about this. You're able to throw some young arms in the ballgame. I know Cole Fowler's an experienced player there, but some of the young arms did some good things for you, I think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're around the plate. I got to give MFL credit. They drove the ball. Wherever it was pitched, they hit it. Right, center, left. And they have some power. They have some strong kids. Yep.
The other thing is defensively not a bad team. I mean, the walks obviously hurt you, and they hit the ball, but defensively made the plays when you had to.
Well, we let a few balls drop in the first inning, which kind of extended that thing to 11 runs. I think we could have made those plays, a little bit different angles on our read step and things like that. But, for the most part, I mean, we were trying.
All right, Peyton Lofsgaard, nice to have a senior leadoff hitter. He was 3 for 3 for you.
Yeah, he's hit the ball really well. He hasn't had a lot to show for it, but he's hit it extremely hard. Thursday against Turkey Valley he did as well, and I think he had one hit to show for it. So, he's been really good, quiet leader for us, and we got hopefully he continues that.
Bottom of the lineup, productive for you, 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, again, young kids and just trying to find their way and just kind of figure out the strike zone and what they can do, and we like our kids. They're coachable, they're fun, it's good, and we're getting better every day.
Well, and the big thing is you keep these young kids together; they're going to grow up together and play together.
Yeah, well, that's what we hope, right? That's the plan. We got to keep it fun, and so far I think they're having fun. Obviously, not scoring more runs than the opponents isn't fun, but if we can continue to show improvement, that'll help.
All right, game 2. Who do you look to throw?
We're going to throw Kenny Kerr second ball game here and let him ride. Trying to watch our pitch counts here in the first game. A lot of games this week with tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and then our tournament on Saturday. So.
Well, that's the other thing. It makes things tougher when you throw 8th and 9th grade pitchers with the pitch count.
Right, yeah. You get 150 in the week. You got 90 max in day, and we came a little bit close to that today or last week. And the first time's out, so like the guys that threw today, they haven't had a whole lot of pitch or mound time, so kind of ease them into it.
All right, Coach. You guys will continue to get better. You always do.
All right.
We'll catch up with you guys.
Thanks for coverage, guys.
You betcha. North Fayette Valley baseball coach Dan Hovden talking things over to his Tiger Hawk team. We're going to continue right here. I believe Paul Gordon is going to be joining us on our post-game show here with our score 18-3. And again, we're just bringing you game 1 this afternoon. Coach Gordon making his way in here right now as they are trying to desperately get ready for game number 2. But we're going to pull Coach Gordon away here for a couple of seconds. Coach, first off here, obviously a dream start, huh?
Yeah, they listen for once.
What was the message you kind of relayed to these guys?
Just to get some runs up early and take some pressure off our pitching.
All right, obviously the aggressiveness at the plate. You mentioned that you really feel like your team's better offensively and some hard-hit balls right away.
Yeah, top to bottom, hard-hit balls. Just proud of the guys.
Parker Keel, Jacob Shellhorn, let's start there. Your top 2 table setters, maybe the averages aren't great, but here they are on base all the time.
On base again, yeah, doing their job. That's what we want out of those top guys.
Ben Cranbeer was 4 for 4 with 7 RBIs in this ballgame.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. That's what the kid does. He does it. He's a hitting machine.
Carver Bliss-Bentine had a 2-run homer for you as well.
Yeah, he likes this field. Had one last year in the first game.
That's what we were talking about there. Then the other thing is, obviously, you just go through the lineup. There was contributions all the way through the lineup tonight. All 9 of your guys in the lineup scored.
Yeah, I love when we can get all the guys involved. I think we got everybody in the game, and those are fun games when everyone can contribute.
All right, let's talk about Nick Cranbeer on the mound. I know you had a conversation with him in the 4th inning. Tell me what that was about.
I just wanted to know how he felt and seeing, it's hot out here, and he hasn't pitched a whole lot yet this year, so I just wanted to make sure his arm felt good, and he was confident, and he wanted it, and he wanted to finish out the game. Got a great play there to help him out, but Jacob Shellhorn there turned the double play at the end.
All right, give me your thoughts on Nick's outing for you there. He continued to work his way stronger.
Did a great job. He ran into a little bit of trouble here and there, but, yeah, that was much better than his first outing.
All right, obviously, you guys have game number 2. Who do you look to throw in game number 2 tonight?
We're going to throw Bryce Radloff, get him a little bit of work and see how far it goes and then go from there.
All right, what's coming up for you guys the rest of the week? Busy week for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah, busy. We go to Decorah tomorrow, then Edco comes to town on Wednesday, and then we go to Key High on Thursday.
And obviously, you've got a big matchup with Key High coming up in the conference.
Yep, that'll be a big game. Big test.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you guys. We look forward to catching up with you. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Impressive tonight. 18-3 the final score. MFL MarMac wins this ballgame. We're going to keep it right here on our post-game show as we get ready to wrap things up. As MFL MarMac wins this game 18-3, we're joined once again by Coach Sass. Coach, first off here, MFL MarMac, this is what an experienced team can do to you.
Yeah, I think we saw experience versus some youth tonight, and the experience just jumped on them early and really, really made it tough for North Fayette Valley.
And for North Fayette Valley, we mentioned this is part of the learning curve you're going to have to go through. But, man, you'd love to see a group of kids like this stick with it. I mean, because this will pay off. Right now you're 13 and 14-year-olds playing against 17 and 18-year-olds.
And that makes a huge difference at those ages. Those North Fayette Valley kids are going to grow and get bigger and stronger and faster. And, like you said, you hope they stick it out. They've got a really good nucleus, it looks like, of 8th graders and freshmen. If you can keep those guys together, I think North Fayette Valley is going to have some success in the future.
So MFL MarMac wins it by a final score of 18-3. The Bulldogs, again, impressive, scoring 11 runs in the top of the first inning to set the tone. Our next broadcast, let's go do softball Wednesday in Garnaville. A quick turnaround for us.
Yeah, there you go. We haven't covered softball this year, so that'll be fun as well.
It will be MFL MarMac at Clayton Ridge. The On Deck Show begins at 3:30. First pitch at 4 o'clock here on AM 1400 and FM 96.7. You can also catch our games on the KCTN YouTube channel as well, audio of our ball games. We'll see you Wednesday.
Sounds good.
Again, MFL MarMac winning by a final score of 18-3 in our baseball matchup this afternoon on KEDR. For Coach Mike Sass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to, once again, Ty Keenan for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click in the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KEDR Sports.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown